fun fact for you guys about fucking 15 minutes before this started. A very fast spider crawled across my mouse pad and then directly onto my black Surface desk, and I haven't seen it since.
No, I wouldn't be able to sit down.
So here we
I
are.
was on the phone. I was on the call with him, and he's like, ah! I was like, what?
I left the room for 3 minutes, long enough that when I come back, I could sort of forget that there was a spider somewhere around here.
Oh god, I would not be able to stop thinking about it.
Yeah. But here we are.
Let me just scratch all the spiders out of my notes for today.
Yes, please do.
I like the reactions you have to spiders alone versus the reactions I force you to have because I hate them more.
Listen,
They're spider bros. You have to keep them around.
it's the distinction. It depends on whether they're up in my grill, as it were. Because shower spiders get a pass because I can't reach them and they can't reach me. So, you know, it all works out.
No, when we first moved into this new place, I was walking down in the basement putting down like totes and stuff, and I didn't notice that there was like a little hanging light switch thing, and I ran into it because it was like dark, and I swore it was a spider coming down from the ceiling, and I nearly screamed.
Spiders are just great. Like, who doesn't like them?
Like people who are sane.
Yeah, I was like, me?
Say it before, I'll say it again. If we could genetically engineer spiders to have little yellow safety jackets and like a big smile on their face,
That would be so cute.
nobody would want to kill them. It'd be
No,
like,
I want to
ah,
kill them
With
even
a
more.
little bit
It
of
would
like
go bad.
dialogue.
They would evolve. Okay.
Well, they
That's how
evolve,
it-
but they'd evolve into be like 3-inch little cuties. Like, what are they gonna do? They
No,
can't take.
it
the
would go the opposite direction almost immediately. That's how we have spider overlords. That's why you don't
That'd be
fuck
true.
with
And the
nature.
apes both spiders.
Well, they can't grow any larger because there's not enough oxygen in the air. They don't breathe through lungs, so the
will
size
make more
limitation is
oxygen.
the amount of oxygen in the air.
They
They
will
will find
adapt
a way to make more oxygen.
Exactly.
They,
They
oh,
will.
that's how. Yeah, they'll
The
find a way
spiders
to create
develop
more.
a sac in which they are enveloped that is like an oxygen-rich environment.
Oh my God, they'll live in the containers of like old people that have to inhale like pure oxygenated air. They'll live in there, and then they'll grow, and then they'll be like parasites. Or
Yeah,
like,
they all
get big enough, and they
coordinated
just burst out.
Yeah.
Did I miss the part where we went from the cute genetically modified spiders to the horrifying eldritch monsters?
Most
I
people would
believe
probably miss
TK
it with
moved
how.
it.
Most people would miss it with how quick it's gonna happen. To be honest. It's gonna be a very quick
I
transformation.
personally believe that any cute genetically modified spider would just be like, "Hey, I'm walking here. Come on, I'm just trying to catch some flies, eh?"
Yeah, and then I would murder him.
And he's like, "Hey, whoa! Listen, pal, we can work something out. All right?"
I was gonna say, if the spider begged for its life, would you still kill it?
Oh
Yes.
God, no. You sadistic fuck.
Hey man,
And therein lies
Spider.
the difference.
hey, if a serial killer begged for his life while holding a knife to your throat, would you kill him?
That is not the equivalent of spider.
Hey, a spider can be a serial killer if they're poisonous.
That's fair.
I was gonna say, I guess it
Well,
depends.
you're
on what
lucky
kind
we
of-
don't live in. You're lucky two things, Alec. We don't live in Australia for one. That's just an overarching thing. I mean, everyone should thank their lucky stars that they don't live in Australia. And then number two, you're lucky we still don't live in the Wapella house, because that house, there were so many fucking spiders. Like, it was ridiculous. I was afraid of spiders at that point because they're so terrifying.
What do you think about the fact that by killing the spiders that are in plain sight, you are naturally selecting the ones that are super sneaky?
Now that I actually think about that,
That's a good point.
but you know, as long what you don't know can't hurt you, you know.
That's fair. We're
I,
just
I
making
know a lot of
stronger
doctors
spiders.
that disagree with that, but okay. cancer can't kill me if I don't know it's there.
That's true.
It's true.
The truth of the human body is that every single health condition is actually just the placebo effect.
Yeah.
That's
No,
fact.
every single health condition just is under the effect of like Schrodinger, where it both exists and doesn't, but once you observe it, it actually exists.
It's fair. This man's frantic.
What, you talking about my typing?
Yeah.
Turn me down, motherfucker.
This man's frantically trying to get character introduction under wraps.
How did you know? There's no way whatsoever that Ben and I did not plan this out at least a day in advance. Ben and I are great DMs and great players.
It's brilliant, really. Now the real strat is to completely 180 Ben's idea for how the session's gonna go by
Just flying straight to the city.
just flying in a random direction.
Yeah, no, flying
Just-
towards the dragon.
Yeah, we're like, we gotta kill that dragon.
Dragon towards the city. It's basically the same thing.
We have a bathroom break about 5 minutes in.
Or we just try to fly to space.
Yeah, let's just go directly upward.
Yeah.
Yeah, far than upward.
I
We'll
like
just
that
borrow
idea.
someone's wish spell so we can break through.
Alright, so while Josh and I are frantically messaging each other,
Nothing's happening. Everyone look away.
yeah,
Nothing
there's
ever happens.
No typing in Boston Say.
Yes. That just released that back on Netflix, and I was like super hyped. I gotta watch that again.
Is there caffeine in Sprite?
No.
No.
Oh,
No.
there isn't?
Oh,
I feel like we have this conversation every time I get.
It happens fairly frequently, yes. So anyway, last session. Let me pull up my post-session reminder. Yeah, last session, Garnet left. He hopped on Keely and took off into the jungle in the middle of the night, and you guys were unable to find him. You guys made your way to Kirsabal and spent a few days hanging out with the Eokoker, who promised to teach you how to fly after you spent a few days and helping them out in the monastery. At which point you worked in the monastery for a few days, had a couple of interactions with Princess Mary, and defended the monastery from an attack from the Omuan gargoyle. At which point you guys were told they will give you wings tomorrow. Alright. So you guys finish up that day hanging out with the Iakokra, continuing to clean the monastery and assist in the rituals and whatnot that they perform. And on the morning of the next day, a group of 7 Iakokra come to your hut and lead you back down the mountain to the bottom, where Krieg's Triceratops has been waiting for you guys for the past few days. It was safe and protected. The Iakokra did keep an eye on it. Down there, you find Ashara, the old Iakokra in charge, who instructs the 6 of you.
Did he say that like it's a question? I believe it is 5.
5 plus the Triceratops, plus Azaka.
Yes, you are correct. 6 then.
Technically 7, 6.
What, the dinosaur counts?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, I thought you were saying she was speaking to the dinosaur. I was like, oh, well, I mean, she can talk to it if she wants.
She instructs you guys to sit in a circle. And she takes the black orchid that you guys got in Angalore, which she proceeds to, having let it dry out for the past few days, grind into a powder.
We're gonna snort it.
She
Hell
does
yeah.
snort it.
She does snort it.
She
Incredible.
does snort it.
Is that in the book?
It is in the book.
Hell yeah, brother.
She ground the orchid down to a powder. It says inhale it, but she snorted it.
Okay.
And the 7 Iakokra who had escorted you down the mountain begin chanting in Aran to the
As you
Wind
do.
Dukes of Akka. Does anyone speak Aran?
No.
I didn't think so. Okay, so it's just mumbo jumbo. And as they are chanting, Ashara is doing a ritualistic dance around you. This takes 10 minutes. And as the ritual winds to a close, as she finishes the dance, you see Ashara's wings disappear. She is now a wingless Iakokra. And the 6, 7 counting the dinosaur of you now have the ability to fly 30 feet per round, which becomes 4 miles per day or per hour. And she tells you that this will last for 3 days. I assume you guys want to head back to port?
I think so.
Probably. Why are we going back to port?
Yeah, that's what I was-
offered a ship if you could
Mhm.
bring them a map that had Nangalore and Oralunga on it.
Yeah,
But we have a boat.
we could try to ask for money because
You do have a boat now. So you could just fly towards Omu if you wanted.
I mean, we can claim a second boat if we want to, but I don't actually care. I was just curious. I didn't
I mean,
remember. if
we
had
have a
something to
boat,
do there.
and then we'll have a backup boat that's portable. You know what I'm
That's true.
saying?
When
That's
the pirates
true.
blast your other ship full of holes, you've got this portable one
Yeah.
that you can unfold.
It's our escape raft, except for it's fucking boat.
Well, it can be a kayak.
True.
It could be a
Means
It
kayak.
could be an escape kayak.
We're a devious party too, so like it gives us options for nefarious purposes. You know,
I'm playing with the wrong group of people.
you're playing with the right group of people. I don't know what you're talking about.
We join forces with the pirates.
As you do.
Oh yeah. Okay. So where are the pirates?
Yes.
All you know is somewhere around Jahaka Bay is the assumption.
Where the hell is Omu? Why
Down
don't I
south.
have roll 20 up?
Why don't you have roll 20?
I don't know. Okay, sorry. I'm
Well,
low
we-
behind.
Oh, this
So
is gonna be
many
great. We can go deal with the pirates, then fight a dragon.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Is what order
Are we killing a dragon
are-
turtle? Tell me we're killing a dragon turtle.
A dragon, not a dragon turtle.
I fucking hate this group of people.
I will throw one more thing out there. This is, if you guys, this is something you would know because he would have said it up front. The guy who's looking for a map said that it would take him a week to get a ship out for you guys.
Well, that's
So
too
we
late.
have to message him, right? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, you could. I think you.
Well, we can't really prove we have the map if we just message him.
Right.
Well, I mean, we could just say, like, you know, get the boat, and then if we have the map, then, like, great. If we don't have the map, then, like, you got a boat.
I don't think they're gonna like that.
Well, like, okay, where the fuck is this motherfucker getting a boat from? Like, how is it... How does he not have a boat already prepared?
He's
An
gotta
agent of the
conjure it
Lord's
first.
Alliance.
Oh, it's coming from Waterdeep?
It's coming from Waterdeep.
That changes things, though. It takes a week to get from here to Waterdeep. That's good to know for a different reason.
Yeah. So, he says he can get you a map or a ship in a week if you can get him a map that he can prove is genuine.
How can he prove if he doesn't know?
There is a cleric spell.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's like, there's gotta
Does
be
he
some
need like
magic.
the
We
actual
could have
map,
just
or will he
scribbled
copy
some
it?
crap with our cartographer's tools and made it up and be like, here you go.
Well, what is this motherfucker, like, what did he want? He wanted to know 3 locations, right? Like, because we haven't
No.
discovered the entire
2.
thing, right?
Or
He only
Alunga
wants
and
to know
Bangalore.
Orlunga and Nangalore, which I don't.
Oh,
think is
Oralunga's up
actually-
in the top left by Miss Cliff. Gotcha.
Okay. So
And does he want the actual map, or will he basically copy it? Will we have to basically hand him over the map if we go over to him?
I sure hope he just copies it. He's a skilled cartographer, right?
won't that take time?
Presumably, but it's better than us having to make the map again, because are any of us skilled in cartographer's tools? I know we have them, but we're not proficient in them by any means.
I mean, Kai seems like a good artist, but
Kai is indeed a good dexterous artist, but he's not
If you
proficient.
asked him, he might tell you he is.
Are you actually proficient in cartographer's tools?
I don't
From a
know.
player?
I don't know, is he?
Is that the tool set you chose as a noble?
All he asked for was for you to provide him a map. So it is likely whatever
he's
you give
not
him, he will take.
Gotcha, so he's not a
okay.
cartographer.
Well, I don't like that, because we need that map. So I'm good for anything. I'm good for either going back to port or heading straight to wherever.
okay, but what is Omu? Sorry.
Omu is the
Not
city
where-
we're looking for.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
So-
where we think the death curse is.
In what order are we doing Death Curse, Pirates, and Port? I guess.
Yeah, why is Death Curse not highest priority?
Because then
we
the
have not
campaign
been,
ends.
Because we haven't been told yet that it's been fucking with the babies, man. Until then, we don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that has not been made clear yet.
I mean, we can pop over to where the Death Curse is and then
Quickly
make our
pop
way.
over and stop
Stark
the death
has
curse.
always cared.
The other thing I will say, Syndra does have Krieg's magic item.
Oh,
if he
that's
wants to
right.
Pick that up.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We
So I'm
could
good.
just
I'm good for
fly
anything.
over Omu really quick, get
I got you, Nicole.
lock eyes, and then leave.
You're my fave.
No one else gave a reaction, but I think it was the greatest meme 2019.
That's a pretty good Josh. You do only get 3 days of flight. As you can see on the map, there are some blue X's. I think I set up 4 blue X's, like if you were just flying to Port Nyanzaru, if you're flying towards Jahaka Bay, towards Omu, or just south towards Snapping Turtle Bay. Those blue X's are where you will.
I think we should take the middle blue egg.
The one.
Oh,
towards
we're not
Tanaka?
going to the port?
I don't know. Are we?
I'm not even there, so I don't give a fuck what you guys choose. I'm just trying to follow along.
Well, does Krieg want his thing, or
Krieg's
Does he
probably
wanna
of a
wait for his-
middling disposition.
I would be as well, Josh. Your magic item fucking sucks.
Magic item is the best.
It's so. I can't believe that was a thing.
okay, but like in character, possibly. Where the hell do we want to go? I don't need anything in port, but I mean, Toby's kind of
This-
passive, so she could
This is
easily
when
be
Ben has
told.
the weird non-princess leaders come out and be like, "I've seen the future. Children are dying. The death curse is continuing." And then we're like, "Oh shit, we gotta go solve the death curse, everybody."
From a perspective of, Krieg would probably say it seems like a really, he probably wouldn't, he'd probably phrase this a little bit nicely because, this was Tovia's mission, but, kind of the shittiest thing to walk to a place and then fly back, and then the net gain is 0.
Yeah.
So, I guess he would probably lean towards, I guess no one else really gives a shit about Snapping Turtle Bay, so I guess he would say Omu. Or where we assume the death curse is.
Alright.
I'm inclined toward Omu as well.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
As well.
Okay. Just to make sure everyone's good with that. Kai, what is your Omu or port or somewhere else?
Kai doesn't care, but he will make a point to look out for Keinrich or like traces of Keinrich while we're moving.
Okay.
My man.
He did leave about 6 days ago.
Yep.
And even just, it is a jungle, so flying over the treetops, it'd be very difficult.
That is
to see
true.
anything.
That's true.
The fact that you even said that though, I got you.
Between the rain and the treetops and whatnot, I doubt you see anything on the.
Keinrich
Well, if
just
there's-
starts smiling somewhere and doesn't know why.
If there's any wolves in the trees, you know,
Any wolves in the
It
Or I
is a
see-
white wolf, yeah.
yeah. Or if I see a dead dude in full plate armor, let me know.
I mean,
All right. So it sounds like
Let
Yo,
me
hit,
know.
hit your boy up if you see
head
that.
towards them.
Well, it's a new day, isn't it? God damn it! I'm gonna have to think of what I want to say. I said Toby was gonna message you every morning.
You don't actually have to, like, legitimately, but I've assumed that at least once, like, every other day is what you probably message him.
I mean, if that's what you tell her to do, she's the one that said, "I don't know how often you want me to message you," and you
Well,
didn't
it wasn't
clarify.
really kind of, like, there was no time for me to respond.
I know.
So we'll assume that you probably talk to him the next day, and he just says, like, you don't have to check in this often. And then I'll tell you what he's
Okay.
up to. I'm gonna whisper you. I'm not gonna do it
That
through
would be-
Roll20 because it's fucking annoying, so I'm gonna do it through Discord.
That's fine.
Too
Okay,
many
cool.
slip ups where people accidentally tell everyone instead of just me.
I think that's the most fun part. Honestly.
Well, okay, Tovia, if I
Quite the
tell you
fun
what he's
interaction
up
with
to,
the
would you just
dinosaur
tell
egg.
everyone?
Will I just tell everyone?
Yeah,
Not
because I'll just say it right
necessarily.
now. Okay, I'll just whisper it then.
Well, I mean, you can say it to everyone and keep it.
Alright, so
incognito.
long story short, he's decided that he's going back home. He's chartering the next boat back home, and he is going to, step 1, reforge his order, because he has his own shit he needs to work through. Which will take him at least, like Ben said, it'll take a week for a boat to get from here to Waterdeep, and then he lives right close to Waterdeep. So roughly at least 2 weeks gone for the trip there and back. And he's going to essentially have to kill his brother or his father, whichever one is still alive, to make sure that he does not become court-martialed and executed once he returns home. Which is pretty much why he said he was going home to die, because he's been running from the court-martial since the war. So he's basically having to go home and fight for his life. And that's it. That's pretty much what he tells you, and you're welcome to tell everyone if you want.
And
or you
he's
can just
down
keep
with
yourself.
killing his father or brother.
Of course not. No, he's really heard about it, but they're a very like.
I didn't know if they were on bad terms.
No, he so he mentioned that at Oralunga, the reason he was crying, then you noticed it, wasn't because the spider, or not the spider, the snake like bit his tongue when it went down his throat, because you know how you like slit it up, the snake like went down your throat or whatever. Like it was because he found out one of his two family members that was alive is still currently alive. And he was really upset that he had left, but also glad to see them alive. But now they're more of a noble family. Like him and his brother, or not him and his brother, his father and his brother, his older brother, were always more of like the noble knight kind of prototype, whereas Kynric was more of like the I'm a knight, but I like to live out in the woods kind of guy. Yeah, so regardless of what his brother or his father want, or Kynric, he is being sentenced to death once he returns home. So he has to find a way to not be sentenced to death, which probably will entail killing his father or his brother. So that's what he tells you.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, he's that's why he's having a really rough time right now. So, but that's essentially what he tells
Valid.
you.
Cool.
And then he tells you just to check in on him every once in a while. He says that he hates this still. He hates like the sending spell, but he's trying to like condition himself into being okay with like rampant use of magic.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll mark off a 3rd level spell, like, I don't know, every other day of travel. Is that
It's up to you.
fine, Ben?
Yeah.
And we'll just assume we had this conversation. You know. Cool.
When does, I always look this up and I forget, when does Tomb of Annihilation's timeline start, Ben?
Fuck if I know.
I always look this up. I'll get back to you on that.
Okay. All right. So flying, everything goes great. You land each night. You fly 15 hours and then rest for 9. You have pretty peaceful nights. It never storms, so you don't have to worry about flying through lightning. And you find yourself somewhere along where the Star Goddess had originally flown. You don't get lost as you're flying because you're in the air. It doesn't really matter for you. And you touch down in the jungle. Was that the bot leaving?
I believe so.
Yeah.
You touch down in the jungle and make camp. It is a somewhat dangerous area, full of the. It's a greater undead region, from what you know. So it's a more dangerous area to be caught in, and you will have to make survival rolls as we go. By which I mean I will make survival rolls as we go, unless someone else wants to take over for Azaka.
No,
She can do her thing.
I think the guy with -1 should do it.
I agree.
So from where you're at, you know you need to head south. Ironically enough, that morning when you wake up and are getting ready to leave, it is actually a sunny day.
Oh, fun.
I forgot to prep encounters before we played. So, okay.
So Ben, the year is 1493, presumably.
Okay.
People don't know for sure, but they say 1492, 1493, and it would have happened 1484 through 1486.
So, like 7 or 8 years ago?
Yeah, I was pretty much how old am I right now? I believe I'm 24, 23. So I was like, I had just basically returned home from essentially Spartan War Camp.
Okay. Bad news is, very quickly after you guys start up, you get lost. Bad rolls, you know? I'm gonna go ahead and throw a party into the middle of the ocean. He's got no idea where you are. But as you continue, you are successfully making your way safely through this undead jungle. And it takes a couple of days, but you do eventually figure out where you are. And by you, I mean Zaka figures out where you are, is able to get back on track, continue south.
I feel like we're gonna arrive at Omu and then immediately get ganked, die.
Omu's fun. I can't wait for you guys to get.
I didn't intend to make my character this way, but I guess artificers are really fucking good at every tool set possible, so you now have someone proficient in thieves' tools.
Nice.
Which is good.
Did I tell you guys that you would level up next when you were in Omu or when you got to?
I have no idea.
I don't remember. I just remember something being about Omu.
Aren't those the same thing?
It's all the same.
Not necessarily.
It's all the
Okay.
same, Ben.
Then you are welcome to decide.
You are
I
done.
could definitely use my 7th level, but like, I think we just recently leveled up anyways.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, literally just leveled up.
The. Oh, no. Pleasure.
Yeah, but we don't want to be underleveled for Omu and get fucking slaughtered.
Sure, yeah.
This is the fun part where it suddenly becomes an actual meat grinder.
The only negative side effect is that not only do we have to learn what 6th level spells and abilities we have, we also have to remember what 7th level skills and abilities we just get. So I'm down for either one.
Yeah, you won't level up. I will say once you're in Omu, I will have you guys leveling up pretty quickly.
What a cool god.
Still, because it condenses a lot of stuff for whatever reason, and you're supposed to go from like 5th level to like 9th level, just being in the city.
Krieg, I hope you have Dispel Magic, because I have a feeling that would probably be a very useful spell. Because
I
I know
didn't
I
realize
don't.
that Dispel Magic was actually that good, and so until I started watching Dimension 20, and like, those motherfuckers used to like Dispel Magic all the time, and now
I
I
can
realize
detect
how
it.
just useful it is.
Yeah, I can detect it. I can dispel it. It's not even a spell option for me.
We have.
If I ever make a
we
spell
share a
cast
lot
for, like,
of
a wizard,
classes.
I'm
Or
just gonna be
spells.
the anti-wizard. I'm just gonna be like counterspell, Dispel Magic. I detect traps. Like, just the worst anti-wizard.
I'm rolling real bad for you guys to make it, so you guys have been basically going in circles for a week.
We somehow end up at the top of the peaks of flame.
So you do go in like a fucking circle, realize where you are, and start moving again.
This is where Kynric would be nice because he's a ranger and can't get lost.
Exactly.
I'd like to think the next message Toby is like, LOL, we got lost. Like,
He probably laughs and he's like, yeah, I was like learning under Azaka how to be a good ranger, and then you probably tell me like Azaka's the one getting you lost, and I'm like, just LOL back basically.
Alright.
she's definitely only going to tell you the dumb shit that happens and not the important things. Like, you're going to come back into the party, and we're going to be like, yeah, we saw the death curse. You're going to be like, why didn't you tell me that? I'm going to be like, I don't know.
But it did seem important.
Yeah, we didn't realize it was actually something that was like important.
annotations because they're getting in my way.
Oh, here, I got you. I'll delete them. There you go.
So it takes you a little over a week, but
Damn.
pretty soon you find your way to city. The jungle parts to reveal a dead city enclosed by sheer cliffs. Ruined buildings and stone boulevards rise like ghosts from the floor of the misty basin. Colorful birds glide overhead. A waterfall pours into the basin, creating a swollen river that floods much of the city before draining into a deep rift filled with molten lava.
Someone learned how to make an obsidian generator.
What you guys see? A ruined palace lies a few hundred feet from the edge of the steaming abyss.
Holy shit. Where are we entering in at, Ben?
So you guys are coming in from the northeast. So
Okay.
you're around the top of the waterfall.
Oh, okay,
Hmm.
like over here, gotcha. Okay, so I was like, how are we seeing all this? But okay, bird's eye view, got it.
Yeah, you are looking down on this city from the waterfall.
I mean, no good city is complete without an amphitheater. They got one, we're good here.
And these cliffs in front of you, it's a sheer fucking drop, 100 to 150 feet, depending on where you're at, down to the city.
I can drop
across
down
the
there.
way, across the way,
True.
on the southwest side, I think it's shift. Yeah. You
Yeah,
can
there's-
see a way down. It takes you most of the day to make your way around, but you do very quickly make your way to the city entrance. Along the way, you do see gargoyles perched occasionally, just watching, not attacking, just watching.
Do we see any snake people in the city?
They'd look like ants if you could.
Okay. But do we see any movement other than the gargoyles around us?
You do occasionally see flocks of birds flying up from points in the city. You don't know why.
Okay.
Usually that's an indicator of something very large.
Yeah. Got it.
So as you make your way down, you see a guardhouse standing near the entrance to the city. Arrow slits cut into its limestone walls, and a lopsided iron portcullis hangs over the gateway, beyond which you see an open plaza. That's just looking down. What do you guys want to do?
Not fall to my death.
You guys are down in the bottom left corner. So
Oh.
you can look down. You can see there's an easy path down.
Wrong waterfall. I was looking at the top right. I was like, I don't want to fall.
You were at the top right, but you guys made your way around the cliff face to get to the bottom left.
Gotcha.
Because it's the
Did-
only safe way down.
Does it look like that this path is very fairly traversed?
There is a narrow area that does look like it's somewhat commonly traversed. Give me an insight check.
Great at those. That's a 10.
10. You can't be quite sure what has been traveling. As you think about it, you do know that the Red Wizards have been kind of coming and going.
Mhm.
But you can't see any signs that specifically point you one way or the other.
Okay.
So you've got the guardhouse at the top of this like cliff area that you can climb down and make your way towards the city. What do you guys want to do?
I guess I'll turn to the rest of the party and I'll be like, alright, so we know that the red-robed people were coming here to figure out how to obtain the death curse, so at the very least we know that they're probably gonna be here, so let's be careful of that. We have no idea where they might be. I wouldn't say open fire on them immediately as we see them, but try to avoid them if at all possible. Say maybe heading towards that guardhouse, seeing if maybe it's occupied or something. Maybe see if there's any supplies in there could be useful.
Tobia shakes her head vaguely. Nods, not shake.
Shakes.
So you guys want to check out the guardhouse?
Yes.
I believe so.
Yes.
Spark, I believe I said something about you're able to read Omuan, right?
Yes.
Alright. So, as you enter the guardhouse, you can see much of the interior has collapsed into rubble. Creepers cling to the walls, and high grasses sprout between the flagstones amid evidence of long dead campfires. One wall is covered in graffiti. Some words painted, others etched.
What's the graffiti look like?
It's a bunch of non-connected sentences. But as you look over them, some of the ones that really stand out to you: "Fear the fangs of Raz Nasi," a name you
God.
recognize. "The puzzle cubes are the key." "All hail the king of feathers." And then there's one scratched in to the stone, looks like probably with a dagger or something, that says, "Eric, I've gone in search of the 9 shrine. V." And then there are a couple more that, Bark, you would recognize some of the names as you know, folk tales. "Who is Unk?" And then also Kubazan equals bravery, Gambi equals wisdom, Moa equals question.
Gambi equals. What were those 3 things again?
Kubazan equals bravery, Shigambi equals wisdom, Moa equals question.
What was the one that it said gone in search of?
Eric, I've gone in search of the 9 shrine. V.
Of the 9 shrine. Well, believe we were told by that Valindra fellow that the keys to unlocking where the death curse lies is most likely within the temples across the city, or the shrines. So I imagine that these cubes that they mentioned and him going up to the 9 shrine indicates maybe they're trying to find a way to unlock it.
Would I remember anything of value about the folklore stuff, or is it just random
Give me a
nonsense?
history check.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
That's a 1.
Yeah, you've heard the names before, but you cannot, for the life of you, think of what they mean.
I think someone hit me in my sleep because I've got amnesia.
Do these carvings look fairly recent, or are they like really old?
It's a combination.
What about the
Um,
one where it was talking about how they were going to the Nine Shrine? Is that one older or more recent?
Great question. Who we are.
Fishing my dice out of the spider realm.
It looks fairly recent.
Okay. This means we're not alone here. Did they leave anything around? Like, is there any like scattered maps of the city? Hopefully,
Mm-mm.
that'd be awesome.
No maps, no nothing. Just
Well,
graffiti and long dead campfires.
well, I suppose we should probably head on deeper. Try to see if we can find these shrines.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where in Omu do you guys want to head? You can see a lot of this. What is of interest to you close by it?
Do we see any like tall buildings nearby that would normally indicate, places of worship or temples? Anywhere like close?
The only things that really stand out, because none of the buildings here are particularly tall.
Mm-hmm.
Of interest is, of course, this building right there. No. That building right there, which is on a raised piece of land above the lava.
Yeah.
And of course, this area up here, which is a walled compound.
Okay. Well,
Beyond that, don't really know.
where do we want to go? Do we want to try to traverse the pit of lava? We could try to fly over there one by one, or I guess two by two. Or we can try to traverse the rest of the city.
Well, the searching that island there seems a bit quicker than searching the city. Small pieces, one piece at a time.
Alright. Is everyone else good for flying over a pit of lava?
Is that necessary?
Well, we need to look for notable buildings, mostly temples. Here is where the death curse lies, and in order to be able to find out how to unlock it, so we can destroy it, not take it, we have to find these temples and
fair,
shrines.
Is that building notable besides that it is in the middle of a pit of lava?
Now, if I wanted to protect an important building, one way I'd do it would be to surround it with a large quantity of lava.
Well, I said that. There. I guess. Yep.
One or two of us could always just head on over first.
A nice little
Do a brief
scouting
scout.
mission, you say?
Yes, scout the area out, see if it's actually useful or not. And if it does seem noteworthy, then bring the rest over.
You guys can cover a lot of land very quickly. It says you can go 200 feet per minute, which doesn't seem like a lot, and then you think about it more, and it actually is fairly quick. So you
yeah.
guys can go basically wherever you want.
Okay.
I like the water.
So yeah, I think at least what it sounds like is me and Tenebris at least are scouting out Magma Island.
Yeah. The two squishiest people.
Hell yeah, brother. Can't wait for there to be nothing and I waste my second fly spell getting back.
Well, I could probably carry you.
It's a great question.
My push, drag, lift is 181 to 360.
Yeah, you'd be able to carry me.
Yeah, so I'll cast fly on myself because I know your spell slots are really limited.
In the arms of the angels.
And I'll carry you over before then. I'll link my mind with Tovia.
Hi, Mr. Biz. I love you. He's just getting a drink of water. See him.
Everyone except for Tenebris. You do get a feeling of something is watching you, but you can't pinpoint what or where.
Even if
Oh.
I look really hard.
Even if you look really hard, there are a lot of half crumpled buildings and whatnot. It'd be very difficult for you to be able to accurately pinpoint where this feeling is coming from.
Some bitch is definitely scrying on us.
I will kind of clutch my, what the fuck is my weapon? A warhammer, right?
I think so.
I believe that's right.
Like 99. I will keep a hand grip on my warhammer and say, "Oh, please don't let there be any more snake people." As I don't know, are we all going to the lava island, or are we splitting up, or I don't know. I was in the bathroom for a hot second, so
We opened up the possibility that people might want to not. No one said anything.
Spark
Might
has
want
no
to.
interest in going unless everyone is going.
going where? To Lava Island?
Lava Island, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Then we can all go to Lava Island. Hi, Mr. Bibbs.
Are we all gonna go? Well, first I think me and Kree are gonna scout for like a hot sec, and then bring everyone over. I believe.
I think that was the plan.
So I assume you guys are coming over here as you're... Over here. Am I wrong? I'm wrong. Alright, over here. As you're leaping off point towards the... Where are you going? To fly from, I should
We're
say.
going here.
I know,
Lava
but-
Island.
Probably
We're going
right over
Lava
here. I imagine.
That would be the closest for you to go from where you are. Otherwise, you can make your way through the city
Mhm.
to like that cliff right there, which would be a shorter flight. Not that it really matters, because it's only like 500 feet from
Right.
that lower part to the to the island.
So we're gonna go to the lookout point.
Okay.
Yeah,
Or, like-
probably.
Yeah.
Ben, you can see him in your thing, your Discord image. See him. You're blocking him now. Your big head's in the way. There you go.
Oh,
Oh, he's a cute little kitty.
Oh.
If you can smell the squirrel.
Yeah. If I feel the sense that we're being watched, I am going to be like paranoidly looking around.
It's kind of what I'm doing too with my hand on my warhammer. I am ready to smush spiders.
Okay.
Make
Before we cross, High Corona is going to shoot an arrow at the temple.
Before all that happens, as you guys are approaching that cliff,
Got him.
you see a whole bunch of Vegapygmies rolling a tied up grung towards the edge of the cliff.
Do I know of whatever these things
I knew
are?
what two of those words meant.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
tied up. They were tied up.
Yeah, let me show you some. Handout. So you see one of the what is it? You see one of these tied up, being
Oh,
rolled
so
towards the edge
cute.
of the cliff
No.
by the.
Oh
Oh,
no.
fun.
I have to save the froggy. Are they nice froggies? Are they in the book? Or are they sentient?
Yes. You recognize it as a grunt. They are very much tribal creatures. They have sentience. Depending on where they are, they can be hostile, they could be non-hostile. But he is getting pushed towards the edge of the cliff by a Vegapygmy. Or by a bunch of Vegapygmy.
How many of them?
How
Bunch as
tall are
in.
they?
Total of 9.
Oh god. What do I know about them?
Yeah. Should just have my monster manual open next, but I don't. Fine.
Okay, so they're all 9 of them are rolling him, or like one has him picked up and going to chuck him, or like one is rolling him.
There, you see one, who's like wearing a fancy headdress, is cheering them on, but the other 8 are pushing him towards the edge of the cliff.
Great. I have thoughts about that. As soon as I
Hey,
remember.
what are you doing?
I was going. Oh my god, no! I was literally going to shoot them with my crossbow before you yelled. I was gonna shoot the headdress one in the face.
Perhaps they wish to parlay.
Ooh, I cannot refuse a request to
Okay,
parlay.
what happened? What happens first? Bark yelling or me shooting the headdress one in the face? Because that's what I wanted. I was checking my sheet.
Go ahead and roll initiative. I'm just gonna put an initiative counter on the screen. You guys probably can't edit.
You're okay, Bibby. I know you're tripped out on catnip. You're fine.
Don't worry, I rolled really bad, Toki.
Guys. Just gonna pull everything off to the side here. Everyone go ahead. Pair down.
What are you doing? Oh.
Go ahead and set your hells to what they should be.
Oh yeah, I'm at 5 HP.
Oh my god, babe, he has the wasabi packet.
Here's the wasabi packet.
Yeah. Look at
Seems like a good idea.
Yeah.
We got these cat toys that are like sushi themed. So there's
Oh.
like a sushi roll, a wasabi packet,
Those
like
are so cute. I've gotten those before. They're
shrimp.
so cute.
Oh my god, he loves them.
I thought you meant like an actual wasabi pack, and I was like, that
No, I
seems
wouldn't.
I
That
did
not,
too.
would be cold.
I would not approve of that.
Since this took us literal days to get there, does that mean our health is back, or are we
Yes.
still where we
Yes,
are
it's
before? Okay, I wasn't sure what you meant by set it where it should be.
Yeah, you guys are fully healthy again.
Have any of these creatures communicated with us?
They are screaming in an unintelligible language.
At us or in general?
In general.
Cool. Still want to shoot this thing in the face. He's so cute. I have to say the froggy.
Even before he's poisonous.
This is absolutely Tovia's mentality. It is cute. I must save it. If it was a snake, you know, maybe not. But it's a frog. Wait, did he rip it open? Or is that him?
I think that's him. He's leaving clumps of hair, and I'm not entirely sure. Whoever. Is everyone in initiative?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
Hi.
so
Are you clumpy?
skip down. Tovia does, in fact, get to shoot before Spark.
God. Are we clear over here?
I don't feel like getting an actual battle map, so I'm just going to abstract for right now.
Oh, thank God. I was like, okay, how the hell am I shooting it from this far?
But you guys get up pretty close because they're not paying attention at all.
Do I get any sort of perk from it not knowing I'm here? Or do I just roll to hit normally?
I will give you advantage.
That will be 23 to hit.
That will, in fact, hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
It's gonna be 6 piercing damage. I'm shooting this headdress right in the face.
You said 6 points?
Yeah.
Okay. He turns around and shrieks, again in this language that you guys do not understand. And you see the other 8 Vegapygmies and the Thorny standing by them turn and face.
I yell, "Let that poor aquatic creature go!"
Wait,
Spark,
shit, they're
would you
aquatic?
to- The grung.
Yeah, it's amphibious.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, you're right. You're right.
Let that froggy go.
Oh. Color is
What is the big thing that isn't the other?
What is the big thing that isn't the other?
Is right next to the.
Quite right.
You're
Yeah.
talking about the Thorny, which is actually what they're called.
The one big guy is authority?
This one is Thorny.
Okay, okay.
Spark, would you like to modify your actions since Tovia has initiated combat before you could shout at them?
If Tovia yelled out, I'm going to wait to see if they respond.
Okay. We will start back at top of the order. You can see he screams something. They all turn to you. Hi, you've got first go.
So how close are we actually to him?
You guys are within 30 feet.
Oh,
Alright.
Jesus. I don't like being that close.
Kai Corona is going to... Is there room for him to face step to where the Mr. Frog is?
Yes,
Oh,
there is
God.
definitely space between the frog and the cliff. The other Vegapygmies are kind of standing around it, but you could get there if you want.
Alright.
Babies.
Kai Corona, sensing Tovia's actions, seeing how just full of zeal towards saving this creature, he is going to face step like right in front of the creature and brandish his sword. And then I will say, he isn't going to attack immediately, but he'll go on to like a defensive posture. And I guess I'd like to ready an attack in case they try to fuck with the frog or attack Kai.
Okay. So that will be the chief, who is going to run up to Tovia and attack her with a spear.
Oh, go. Oh, he's coming for it.
So he's going to make 2 attacks with his spear against you. That's going to be a 19.
Baby.
Does that hit?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Because he's playing with the cat to D&D. Get it.
So a 19 and then a nat 1. That takes his spear to you.
And a nat 20, you said?
And a nat. Yes. As he stabs you twice. So that
Josh
20
just found
total
the
points of damage.
I'm
As-
sorry?
greatest magic item in Eberron.
How
Just
much?
20 total
Which one's
points of
that?
damage.
Oh,
As
for
he
both
jabs you
hits?
twice with his spear.
The
For both
Dokund.
hits?
Total. Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna punish him.
Yes.
Okay. He rolls the dex save.
Hell if I know. Let me... Wisdom save. Oh wait, no, just kidding.
That's a nat 2. It doesn't.
Okay, great.
Why does it feel giant?
It's literally just the Oracle from Halo as a magic weapon.
It's so funny. Why does
Oh,
it know giant, Josh?
Wait, you're getting a sentient weapon?
Weapon's a
A
strong
sentient-
term.
Yeah, no, it is a sentient
ooh, I almost rolled that.
Cortana, basically.
So that's gonna be... Is that 10? 100. Oh, I get to pick. I'm gonna pick lightning damage. It's gonna be 15 lightning damage, and as my level 6 perk, when I deal lightning damage to a larger, smaller foe, they can be pushed 10 feet away. Oh, does 10 feet push them into the lava?
No. You guys
Damn
are
it.
not on the cliff there.
Well, I'm still gonna push them 10 feet just for the hell of it. And I don't know, some...
And that was
Discernible.
15 lightning damage?
Yeah.
The lightning arcs out of you, striking him and pushing him back. But you see it kind of like dissipates a little bit. Not fully. He's still
I'm
hurt.
sorry. How dare you?
That will be Krieg's turn.
Well,
He's too busy eating grill, babe.
I know.
well, Krieg is going to.
Are you getting it?
Is this actually the orientation that they are right now? Like it just, like.
Vaguely, yes. Approximately.
Well, you know what? Save the spell slots. Krieg's just going to chill touch the ringleader.
Okay.
Which will be. It's actually a number where I have to look up the modifier. That's gonna be a 16, boss.
That will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
How I die, saving
10
an
necrotic.
unnamed frog.
Okay.
I will also telepathically communicate with the frog. And just
Okay.
say, yeah. Don't worry, we're here to help you.
When you do that, it can automatically understand. You can automatically understand, correct?
Yep.
He very excitedly in your head tells you, if you take me back to my father's shrine, I will bury you in gold.
They're gonna kill us.
You're gonna kill him.
That's what they do with their
Got 'em.
dead down there.
Anything else for you, Krieg?
That'll be up.
Okay. That is going to be the 8 Vegapygmies. 2 of whom are going to go towards Tovia
I'm gonna fucking die.
with their claws. Say total 20
Oh my
and
fucking
a
god.
7. So you're going to take 4 points of slashing damage.
Oh, okay. That's better.
The other 6 are going to go for Kai. So Kai, you can make your reaction attack as they take swings at you.
Okay. I'll just
One.
attack.
20. And what is your AC?
Sorry.
What's your AC, Kai?
It's 19.
19? Okay.
Got him.
So you're gonna get hit by 3 of them. One of whom crit.
Oh Jesus.
Why do they keep critting?
Thought a crit's out of Ben.
Good
Right.
roll on my part. This is where the crits the Sarcosuchus was supposed to get are gonna go. As you guys get splashed to death by tiny mold creatures. Math.
Okay.
So you're gonna take can't add 21 points of slashing damage
Ooh.
as 3 of them sink their claws into you.
All right. I guess while they're doing that, I try to get, just 2 good swipes on the one. I'll say this one.
They're not very hardy, I will tell you that for sure.
So I got a 17 to hit and a 27 to hit.
Those would both hit, yes.
All right.
So go ahead and give me individual damage.
All right. All right. Right, the first one's going to be 5 damage,
Okay.
and the second one's going to be 6 damage.
Okay. So as you're getting splashed by 3 of them, you're with your blade you parry and slash the one of them in half.
Ooh.
And that is Azaka. Unless you got any. No, it was their turn. So Azaka take 2 shots bow at the ones in front of Tovia. One of those hit. guy. Probably roll the right one. So, wow. So she sinks an arrow into one of them, but similar to your thunder damage, you see the arrow kind of like sticks a little bit. So you could reliably figure out they're probably resistant to piercing. Tovia, you're up.
Okay. I hurt. Not irreparably hurt, but. What am I? Me and Kai have been hit. Just us two.
Mm-hmm.
How hard did Kai get hit?
He's taken about the same amount of damage as you have. Josh, I would like to point out that you guys also went the opposite way of what I had originally planned.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's not important.
Okay, I am going to cast Aid on myself, Kai, and I'll go with Spark since she's probably going to be in close quarters with them. So that is 5 bonus to your max and heal 5.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Spark, there are 2 Vegapygmies in front of Tovia.
Yeah, those are the. Well, I mean, I guess I'll go after one of them first.
Okay.
Just whichever one would be closest to me.
Right.
Math. Oh golly. Wow. 14 and 21.
Those will both hit.
$14 total.
Okay. What is just the first one?
7.
Okay. So you punch one of them in the face, and its head just explodes, and then you hit the other one for another 7 damage. Anything else for you? He's looking very weak.
I'll use my bonus to do one more strike.
Okay.
26.
Yeah, that'll hit.
For 11.
Yeah. So he also just explodes as you punch him. Son of a. Tenebris, you're up.
So of those 3 Vegapygmies by Kai, now this is gonna take a lot of imagination. Would I be able to put those 3 within a 20-foot radius sphere while not having Kai in it, or the frog?
Yes.
Okay. Well then I will cast using sorcery points Hunger Havadar to contain those. And I don't know if the spiky dude will fit in it. It looks a little like it wouldn't, but if I can, I would like to include him as well. But those 3 I would like to be within the Hunger Havadar, which doesn't do anything now, but when they start their turn, something happens.
Okay. Anything else for you?
Nope. But I assume that no one else can see them right now because those people are blinded in there. So I assume that's probably a sphere of darkness.
Okay. Yeah. That is going to be Thorny, who is going to run up from where he was. He wouldn't have been in the circle. Is going to run up on Spark. And what can it? It attempts to bite you. I don't think a 7 is going to hit. Would I be correct on that? Okay. Yeah,
Had to
it
check.
tried to bite you, and nothing happened. Hi. you just watch 3 of the Vegapigmies disappear into darkness. Probably recognize as something that Tenebris has done a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are 2 more standing there.
So figuring that something's up with the other 3, Kai Krona's gonna take an attack on this one.
Okay.
It's gonna be a 14 to hit.
That will hit.
Ooh. All right, that's gonna do 6 damage.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and take another hit.
Okay.
All right, that's gonna be a 10 to hit.
That will not hit.
All right.
Clearly, I just stole all of TK's good rolls for today.
Yeah, I'll get you back.
I'll get you back.
And then as a bonus action, I'd like to use Second Wind.
Okay.
So it's going to be 1,
More HP.
and that is going to go ahead and heal 6 damage,
Oof.
or 6 health.
Isn't it 1d10 plus your fighter level?
Yeah. Oh man, never mind. Yeah, it's gonna do 8 instead.
Okay. That sounds a little bit better.
Yeah.
Okay. That is going to be the chief, who is going to move up and take 2 stabs at Bark now. 14 and 23. I think 23 will hit.
Yes.
It's going to be 8 points of piercing damage as it stabs you with its spear. And you do see Chief looks a... Nope, never mind. That's a lie. Ignore. Creed, you're up.
All right, fair enough. We are just going to, we're gonna toll the dead on the chief, so give me a whiz save.
That's a 3.
That will fail. Can Josh roll above average? Let's find out. 14 damage.
14 damage.
14 necrotic.
Okay.
And
A lot of damage.
You see the chief collapses.
Nice.
That will bring us anything else for you?
that's me.
Okay. The 3 Vegapigmies in the darknet. Whiz save?
So they are blinded and they take 2d6 cold damage immediately.
Okay.
So 8 cold damage immediately.
Okay.
And if they end their turn in there, then they'll take additional damage. But their movement is, they can still move out of it, but they are blinded while within it.
Okay. So here's what I'll tell you. They are basically right on my face. I'm gonna give them a D4. If I roll a 1 or... No, if I roll a 2 or 3, they're going to run off the cliff, trying to get out of this dark.
Alright.
They're now disoriented. So as you see this darkness where the Vegapigmies were, you see 2 of them come running out off the edge of the cliff and drop into the lava.
Epic.
The other one does step out and is going to take a claw at Kai and the other 2 that are still alive there.
I didn't even realize that they were close to the cliff, so that was nice.
15 and a 13, no, an 11 and a nat 1. So all 3 of them are going to miss. That'll affect Sokka, going to take 2 bow attacks against Thorny. 17. One of those will hit. Come on. Toby.
Well,
got this big guy in front of me, right?
Right.
I'm gonna give him ish. What do you mean ish?
He's right in front of his card, which is a little bit of who is in front of you.
I can move 30 feet and get to it, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna give him the big bonk.
Okay.
It will be a 13 to hit.
That will not.
Well, fuck me. The end.
Okay. Spark, you're up.
Yes. I will go to punch him in the face.
Okay.
18 and 27.
Those will both hit.
$21.
21 total.
21 total.
You beat this thing.
Nice.
Cool. I'm gonna move as far as I can towards Kai, if that's a reasonable thing to do.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't really know where we are, but I can move 45 feet.
Yeah. I'll say you're probably right now. Temperature.
All right, I'm going to look at the one that was previously within my thingy. I will drop it first, and then I will look at the one that was previously in it, and I will cast Mind Sliver. So give me the good old int save of DC 15, please.
That is a 12.
All right, so it takes 9 points of psychic damage.
Yeah, is dead.
Good.
Anything else for you?
Nope.
Alright, Kai, you got two veggie pygmies next to you.
Alright. Go ahead and attack the first one. Alright, that's going to be a 17 to hit.
Yep, go ahead and roll damage.
Alright, that's going to do 8 damage.
Kill it.
Awesome.
They don't have a lot of health.
I'll go ahead and attack the other one. That's going to be a 19 to hit.
Yep.
And that's going to do 6 damage.
Alright, yeah. You slash through that one as well. You, when you slash through the first one, you kind of cut into him as well. They are all dead. The crone is tied up next to you.
Krieg's immediately running. You guys, can do your stuff as he's coming down, but he's wasting no time getting over to that money bags.
The money bags.
Ty is going to untie him.
Okay. He immediately is just bowing at
Oh, I bet Kai likes that.
Why were you tied up?
He speaks common. He does not speak common. He does not respond to you. He is just bowing at Kai.
Now, obviously,
I'm
eventually.
going to repeat that in every language I know.
And what were the languages that you know?
Common, Goblin, Draconic, Ancient Cholton, and Old Moan.
I think Ancient Cholton and Old Omu are going to be the same language. But it does not respond to any of them.
Eventually Krieg does show up if you give up. But
I'll use all my languages and then I'll give up.
I give the frog a thumbs up as if it will understand that gesture.
You see it tries to make a gesture back, but given that it only has 3 fingers, it is kind of odd looking.
I look at Krieg and say, I love him.
See, even the thumbs up is not a safe non-verbal form of communication. In Brazil, they told, before we went to Brazil, they're like, do not, whatever you do, give someone the thumbs up. And we're like, why? It's like, it means up your ass. Like,
I lied. They have regular human-looking hands, except they're frog. So it's
That's disturbing.
So
That's
it gives you a
awful.
thumbs up back.
That's really awful.
That
it's
is
a Sonic movie all over again.
But
I applaud him.
Kai Corona, having been right in front of him, is going to turn towards the group and pleasantly say, this doesn't really seem like my type of situation. And then he is going to kind of walk away, and he is going to begin cleaning his sword.
Okay. It's kind of moldy.
Ugh.
it's pretty
So
gross.
he's gonna get up in there.
The creatures you just killed were like living fungus.
Ugh.
That's gross.
That is
Yeah.
gross.
I think Krieg is gonna just kind of, telepathically reach out to this frog.
Okay.
Well,
What are you thinking?
what's your name there, me friend?
My name is Imbok. I am 180th son of Grung Chieftain Yor.
Son of what was that?
Grung Chieftain Yor. Y-O-R.
Yorb.
Yorb.
And that was 180th.
180th son. Yes.
Jesus Christ.
They're frogs.
It's fair.
Yeah, yeah.
I know they're frogs, but why do they keep count?
Well,
What's your thing?
it's a pleasure to meet you, Yarb.
I'm Imbok. My father is Yor.
That's right. Sorry, I don't get much opportunity to use this mind-speaking ability.
It's very interesting. My head feels funny.
It has its uses. Now, what were these things out and about? And what are they trying to kill you for?
They are crazy. They wanted to sacrifice me to God.
Do you know which
What
one?
God is that?
I don't know.
Fair enough. Now, you said something about bringing you to your father.
Yes. We live in Shrine in northeast corner of city.
Epic.
No,
Right under waterfall.
what?
Oh, that's far.
What was that?
I love water. I can't
They live
understand
up
him. I don't know why I'm.
Oh. All right. Well, I suppose we'd best be getting you to your father then.
That would be very nice, yes.
And Krieg's gonna turn around to the party. We're taking this one back to his father.
Alright.
Did he tell you why he was tied up?
These mold people here wanted to kill him for some sort of religious sacrifice. I'm not certain, but the bottom line here is there's gold at the end of this journey.
The enthusiasm. I just imagine Krieg says that, everyone just kind of looks at him. He's like,
Now that he's talking
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then someone else just kind of like,
I'm sorry, Captain, you don't mean to tell me you helped us save this poor soul because you wanted to bribe him?
No, it wasn't a bribe. That was forced, you say, and I wouldn't consider it a bribe. You see, when we started fighting these things, this one here said he'd bury us in gold if we brought him back to his father.
Did he know what religion they were praising?
He didn't, but I assume it's some kind of mold-based god.
Are these people common to this area?
I'm gonna turn around. Friend Imbaka, there are a lot of these guys wandering around these parts.
Some where I don't know, but some.
They turn out. They're somewhere between 1 and 1,000, from what I can tell.
Well, that's very insightful. Can you ask him if you've seen any people in red robes? That might help us.
I'll relay that.
Yes, have seen red robes. They fought the snake men and lost.
But I'm just gonna assume that all of this gets relayed, basically, tit for
Mhm.
tat, unless I see reason to not. But yeah. So if anyone has conversation, they can just relay it.
So we just told you the red wizards lost a battle with the snake men.
Oh, they lost a battle.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, maybe our friend Pepe was among those people. Who knows?
It's possible. I'm sure the king would know more, or the chieftain, as it were.
Yes.
Is he the one in charge of this whole area?
Gonna ask that question.
He rules from the shrine.
Well, with 180 from him, just from him, I would assume that you're a force to be reckoned with.
Yes,
That sounds like a
absolutely.
Well, we probably shouldn't waste any more daylight. Probably best if we start heading over now.
Let's get this young man back to his family.
So are we not checking out the lava island?
I imagine that could probably wait. I mean, it was in the sense that we were trying to find a shrine, and it seems that this person comes from a shrine, so I think we sort of already killed two birds, one stone with this one.
That seems pretty straightforward to me.
Very well.
We can also fly.
no des-
So
You can come back at any time.
Can we?
The
Well,
city is your oyster.
Well, assuming they're buried in gold wasn't literal, then yeah, we can come back whenever.
Very well.
So how do you guys want to make your way up to the shrine that he's talking
Oh,
about?
fuck.
You want to follow along the bridge of the lava?
I don't know, I'd be pretty curious about the 3 robots making their way down from the fucking...
Those aren't supposed to be there. That's why I started laughing randomly, because first of all, they look so goddamn cute. And because they're off there.
I was like looking up and I was just like, that's interesting. Didn't remember seeing that.
I mean, I'm assuming
But
he
yeah.
would know the best way to go.
We would just follow
Yeah.
him, and I assume that means through the city, but
Wherever he believes is safest.
yeah.
I mean, he's also a frog, so he'll probably try to swim, and I don't know.
I mean, I'll swim with him.
I've
but-
got a swimming speed, so...
Yeah, I
Fuck
can
off.
fucking do it.
Hashtag break open the boat.
You have a kayak, that is true.
Yeah, a portable boat.
Nah, I can't walk on water yet.
You're not Jesus yet. You
That's-
haven't reached that level.
Yep. You have to get enough followers. And you have to teach a man how to fish.
Soon, my friends.
So instead of that, you're gonna be.
You have to make water into wine. A few other steps along the way, but
Hey, we can
and
make
in the
wine.
end, we have to crucify you. It's unfortunate, but that's the price you pay for water walking.
That's fine. I can also walk up walls.
But you'll
Hey,
come back to life 3 days later, and then you'll just say "ya ya yeet" and then go up to heaven.
That'd
But
be
no
fine.
one will look for me. So.
No,
Isn't that
yeah,
what happened to Jesus?
that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, yeet.
Yeah, yeah, yeet. He just Mary was there, Joseph, and everyone. Actually, Joseph wasn't there. It was fucking whoever his goddamn followers were. Peter was one of them. He's like, "Oh my God, Jesus, you're back to life," and he just says, "Yeah, yeah, yeet," and then
Yeah.
Guys.
One of those classic, like, ah, shit. Dude, you hear Jesus came back? And you're like, no fucking way. Really? Where is he? Oh, yeah, he left.
Like, oh, what did he say? He had to say something really cool to you, Peter. What did he say when he came back to life?
He gave me a grand prophecy.
He gave me the grandest prophecy. I have a lot of books to write now. It's really gonna be a big series. I'm thinking about calling it. Wait for it, the Bible. And the guy's like, "That's a dumb fucking name."
He's like, yeah, the words he said, they were in some sort of like, angelic language. Us mortals can't understand the true definition of ya ya yeet. All we can do is repeat it.
That's what he said. He said, "Ya ya yeet." What the
Yes.
fuck does that mean? This is the guy that we followed to the ends of the earth.
Oh my god! And from that point on, instead of ending their prayers with amen, they say ya ya yeet.
Ya ya yeet. No, they start with ya ya, and then they end with yeet. In God's name we pray. Yeet.
Don't you know that unless you yeet your prayers to God, like he doesn't.
They don't
get
make
them,
it.
you
They
have
don't make it.
Yeah,
It takes a lot of effort to reach to the heavens with a word of prayer. You have to yeet it. There's the only way.
You
You can also, now that Kobe is passed, rest in peace, Kobe. You can now Kobe your prayer to him as well.
That's true. Yeah, he will assist. So if you're really that worried that your prayer may not make it, do it Kobe, and Kobe will yeet it the rest of the way for you.
Yeah, definitely. It's been at least a month. We can make jokes about it, but it still sucks that he's dead, alright?
Kobe.
Josh, I now have the perfect one shot for that Kickstarter you and I have backed. It's just gonna be the apostles after Jesus goes to heaven. And they'd be like, okay, what's the next step? And it's like, alright, well, I'm Peter. I gotta go to Anatolia and like write some books. And then you got Mary who's like, well, now I don't know what to fucking do. Like, what do I do? And then the gang gets back together for one final heist. And they have to destroy
Is this
Zoroastrianism.
a different one than the duck one?
Yeah.
The duck one.
I kickstarted a Rome game. Or Rome adventure setting. I also kickstarted a set of duck dice.
Glorious.
But
The Rome one sounds cool.
it's really
dope,
cool,
man.
Not the duck one?
Well, because it also fits into the the whole fucking like it writes up like Rome and Greece. It even goes as far as fucking China, and but it's still they like incorporate the actual magic shit. So you don't sit down to play D&D and you're like, all right, no wizards, no sorcerers, no clerics, no druids.
Oh, but you could play it for real though. Like you could play,
for real.
He could.
Josh, it's also extremely perfect because I kickstarted a book that I completely forgot about. It's called Gods and Goddesses, and it's got like Isis, it's got like Jupiter, it's all their stat blocks.
Ooh.
So like the dopest magic. Like I was looked at it when I got it. I was like, I don't know why I got this, but like this has no use to me right now. But now that there's this Roman Kickstarter, oh fuck, man, I'm in it.
Get it, baby.
Level 1 through 20 Rome game.
And we just have to kill all the Egyptian gods.
Oh god, yeah.
TK, look at those dice.
That was just not what I was expecting.
Well, what I'm disappointed in is why is there not a duck in the D4? There's a way you could have done it.
Yeah, so what they did is instead the 4 is a duck.
I just love that.
I also got these.
Oh, I love the ducky dice. They were sold out
Dice
forever.
Macabre.
Too.
Those are really cool. Kickstarter kept notifying me about it. It's like, I don't kickstart dice. I'm sorry, I don't.
I like
I
the
buy
idea.
enough dice the way it is. I don't
See,
need
but
to
that's the
kickstart
problem
dice.
though, is you gotta get some really weird dice. But yeah. I'm taking this frog back to its frog dad. Or
I'm
what are we
excited.
doing?
This is not what I expected with this session. And now
Yeah, this is not at all what I expected with this session. So as you guys are traveling north along the rift, you do see this building right here that is also, that's fucking... building right here that also appears to be a shrine. Got walls and is
Shrines do have walls.
yeah.
I'm in. I'm in it.
So if you guys want to check that one out before you continued on, you could. Otherwise, we can just fast track up to where Daddy is.
I think probably getting this thing out of harm's way is probably
Yeah,
top
I got
priority
I
right
got
now.
the target in my sights.
Okay. Did you guys want to just beeline there? Do you want to stop and look through some of these ruins?
I don't know. I kind of want to go to the frog people because then they're going to tell me what's going to kill me, what's not going to kill me in this area. So
We can always come back.
I look forward to the
Frogs.
wisdom of the people.
Got it.
Yeah, just keep an eye out for any noteworthy buildings. Just sort of like mark them in the memory banks, but don't go in.
Alright, I'm going to put some X's down of places you guys see that look to be of interest as you're making your way down. You do note it's not a building, but he did take a very wide berth around this for some reason. And if you press him for why, he kind of like doesn't tell you. He just says that it's a dangerous place.
I think
Is
that
it
was
a dam or
It
is
kind
it
of looks like
a
an
bridge?
unstable dam.
It's a fallen tree.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, that seems not good. Interesting that a frog would avoid it, given they probably weigh about 5 pounds, but...
Big opportunity missed on Wizards of the Coast level to not have a tribe of beavers living there in war with the grunge.
Honestly.
Just saying.
or with the frogs. Beavers versus frogs.
So then you guys make it to the oh no, I lied.
Get your shit together, babe.
Okay, can I just point out that like the religious shrines to like people in this city is like way more than it should possibly be in a functioning society. No wonder they collapsed.
What was that?
Like
What?
the level, like the number of shrines per people who once lived in the city is exceptionally high in terms of a ratio.
Ah, you know, Josh, they might have had a lot of religions. Oh wait, no, they worshiped just one god, didn't they?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They worshipped one god that no longer like cares about them.
But there's like subsets of gods. There were like 3 different churches in the main area. 2 different gods.
How many
Yeah, but-
churches are in your area,
Yeah,
Josh?
Josh, there's a lot of churches in our area.
How many
but yeah,
churches
very
are in our
little
area?
people.
You guys made the churches.
I guess,
There-
but what's the churches per capita is the main question.
That's my question. What's the
I mean,
churches?
it's
what's the
gotta be
shrines?
just as many as like bars, right? If I was to take a guess.
Just as many as bars? It's gotta be.
There has
Well,
to be an equal number of bars to churches to cancel out the sin. Don't you
Yeah,
understand?
that's the ratio, right?
Do you count like personal shrines though? Like maybe like a neighborhood shrine that someone has in their house? Like would you count that? Because it's probably exponentially higher at this point.
I thought we were talking about institutionalized churches.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, who actually has shrines inside their own house?
A lot of people during this time period. I
Not
don't know what,
Western people.
Well, yeah, not Western people.
Yeah, Alec, didn't you know that this is actually an African cultural thing? And you need to stop culturally appropriating all over my, African themed expedition? Ben, I
Yeah.
require more clicks and whistles.
Fuck you.
Yeah, guys, Black Lives Matter.
Okay, so you guys follow the river past
Come here.
an entrance into the that gets you into the palace, something you so choose. You make way to this shrine packed way behind. As you approach the front,
Ben, for unrelated reasons, I'm sorry. Looking around,
go ahead.
and from memory at a skybox view, am I able to get any sort of bearing on how many people might have lived in a city like this?
Josh! Well, if you assume 4 people per house, how many houses would Josh have seen?
You could probably assume a few thousand probably lived here at its peak.
Oh, yeah, interesting. Interesting.
Josh is just the subreddit. They did the math. That's all it is.
Josh, how many shrines are there in this town?
I believe you. Ben said 9.
9.
Hey, we did the math to figure out if we had enough kinetic energy to break down a door, okay?
We also did the math to figure out which form of the alchemy jug would we make the most money on. So it all just like that's why I'm saying this. Josh and Alec are the they did the math subreddit.
According to a 2012 survey on churches, we are currently at about half. Or the US is at about twice the people per church. That's the
Than this current area.
This city, yes.
But how many bars?
How many bars
Ben,
are in
how
this
many
town?
bars are in this city?
The bar ratio. This is important. What is this cute music?
That's
I don't
adorable.
know. Every time I have the bot join, it plays that.
No, please.
I love it. Keep playing it.
Oh, it's so cute.
Okay.
I mean, we're going to see the grunge. Like, they're so adorable. Keep playing it.
Their name is not adorable, though.
What?
You clearly don't like grunge music.
Yeah, exactly. Come on.
What the heck?
There you go. You can keep the music. Anyway,
I love it. Don't use this jamming, man. Music doesn't exist in universe, but
alright. So
My next
Monolith
character's a
Zone
bard.
with prancing frog-like figures rise from the swamp.
Character dies immediately.
Beyond, a ruined edifice shaped like an arrowhead squats in the muddy water. Bushes and trees grow from its roof. Pointing in front of the building, the steps descend to a stone door facing the shrine. I want you guys to know this is from fucking Five Nights at Freddy.
I'm laughing because I didn't know it was this song, and then now that I know it's this song, it's funnier because Josh's new characters are robots.
Yep.
Okay, you can
That's why I
change
was laughing too. I'm glad you caught it.
I was like, oh shit. It'd be great if you were in the Frog Village and that was your entrance music.
As you approach the gates of the shrine, you see a gold skin grung flanked by four orange grungs, and a hadrosaur that he is perched atop of. You see them readying spears and bows for you, but as soon as Imbok leaps from the water in front of him, you see them relax a little bit. And he says something at you, but I don't think anyone speaks Grung. I think that's probably a safe assumption to make.
Yeah, I would probably then reach out to this guy telepathically and say, just kind of like hands clasped, I'm sorry, none of us unfortunately speak your language, so this is the best I can do.
Okay. I've had someone speak in my head before. I suppose this is alright.
Happens a lot around here.
2.0.
It happens a lot around here.
You see Imbok like whispering in his father's ears. Not ears, not twitching.
He's whispering on both sides. He's like,
He switches between words.
And the chief turns back to you and goes, I see you rescued my son. I wasn't even aware he was missing, despite the fact that he is my favorite.
Out of 100, what?
He is this 180.
It took 180 sons to finally get a favorite.
get a good one.
That's why I kept making them.
If you would like to come in and sit and feast with us, I'm sure we can whip up something you guys can eat.
I'm real concerned.
I'm sure we'd be delighted. And turn
Oh,
around.
great.
We've been invited to a feast, me boys.
What kind of food do they eat? They're frogs.
Tovia, it is never polite to decline hospitality.
Oh, I was just curious. I wasn't declining. I just wanted to know what was on the menu.
I suppose we'll find out. I'm gonna walk in, or walk up.
I'm just gonna let out a sigh and very slowly start walking forward too.
You need to broaden your horizons, Beneverus.
Well, I suppose now's a good time.
Ah,
At some point here, as we like, assuming we don't immediately get like murdered walking inside, I would cast comprehend languages. So at the
Yeah,
even though
I
I
would do
can
that
even
too.
though I can talk one-on-one, I could still like hear everybody.
Yeah, I'd like
understand
to
what
be
they're
able to
saying
hear
to
it as
each other.
well. Hmm.
Smart. I do like that.
To just make it a little bit less convoluted, then someone talk to the king talks to me, I talk to the party talks to me, and then just
Yeah. All right.
You don't want to C-3PO it?
Is that just?
you can understand written and oral languages. You cannot
You
speak
can't speak it though. Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
So I would still have to telepathically communicate with people,
Right.
Hmm.
but
Uh,
they could at least talk normally to me.
are you attempting to ritual cast this, or are you just casting it with one of your spell slots?
And the effort of not wasting 10 minutes, he'd probably cast it as a spell.
Okay. So, yeah, you can understand when they're speaking to each other, and they lead you in. You hear the king call out for them to prepare a roast.
Fair enough.
And you see a fire of some sort from just inside the door of the shrine.
We're gonna eat human meat.
Yeah, but that's fine.
That is right, does.
We are
And
guests.
he turns to you, and speaking in his head, because that's what he figures you can
Right.
understand. He says, "So what brings you to our city?"
I'm gonna turn. Oh boy, that really put me on the spot.
At least it's not Tobia this time.
Well. Oh shit. What's he gonna say though? We're explorers, you see. We come at the behest of some far-off types who wanted us to see what was all the beautiful things down here on the lower half of the island.
Quite a fun journey, then.
It's been a good time. Finding places like this city here is what it's all about.
I see. It is a fine city, true.
Also, I got a bit of magic working. I can't communicate with you verbally, but you can talk to me as you would normally. If that's easier for you.
You see him like visibly kind of like relax a little bit. Thank God that was confusing. He looks at you and he goes, "So what did my son promise?"
Oh boy. Greg's worried about getting murdered, but he's also got his lust for gold. Well, your son was off at a seemingly about to be sacrificed by some mold people, as it were, and he cried out to us, "Me father will bury you in gold if you bring me to him." That's just what he said.
You see he kind of sighs and he goes, "I suppose you probably did. We're not exactly rich per se." He kind of like gestures towards the shrine behind him. He's kind of like seated on the steps. the shrine is full of treasure. We bring out doesn't, well, it changes. So there's not a lot we can do. But I suppose a nice meal would probably do you well, yes?
Get wrecked.
Krieg's having an internal
Yeah. Your hospitality would do nicely.
He says, gritting his teeth.
Yeah, he says it basically like that too, like a little bit of like I'm a little sad that I was promised a mountain of gold, but also Tovia would be pissed if I got up and just started looting a shrine. So
This is mine now.
Excellent. While we're cooking, would you like to explore a little bit? There's a heavy stone door in the back. I haven't been able to open. But it's quite a nice shrine to look around. It's plenty of gold and treasures to look at.
damn it, we're not level 8. There's 7.
We're not even level 7.
7. What the fuck? Whatever the fuck. My next invocation would have actually been useful. Sir, you're saying you wouldn't be obliged to us trying to open this door here.
No, absolutely not. Free.
Fair enough. I'm gonna turn around to the gang. Well, the burial in gold's gonna be a bit more aerated than you might expect. Buried in food would probably be more appropriate. But now hear this. If I owned a shrine, I would put me valuables behind that stone door, and they just gave us permission to open it up.
It's alright.
Or attempt to open it up, that is. So I say we, try to get this door open.
Before we
Steal
open this
from these
mystery
people?
door.
It's not stealing it if they never had it.
Perhaps we
Is
should
this not theirs?
eat and rest before mystery door.
It is an abandoned shrine.
Suppose it can't really do. I mean, if Krieg is being honest and saying that they gave us permission to open it, then I suppose it isn't that.
This
Big deal.
motherfucker heard the conversation, by the way.
Did they give us
It was
permission
in the
to
process,
go in
which
there?
I imagine did not take 10 minutes.
That's
I'm probably still trying to cast it right now.
That's fair.
Did they give us permission to go in there, or did they give us permission to take items from in there?
Well, they gave us permission to open the door.
So we should not be taking anything.
I'm gonna whip back to the fucking, I'm assuming this is your, and, telepathically. So, or, Chieftain Yarb, seeing as you are a humble sanctuary, as it were, I wouldn't dare to take your religious, to partake in your precious religious artifacts, but if we were to get this door open, might we have a cut of whatever might be inside?
You see, he kind of chuckles, and he says, "My friend, it is only a safe place for us to hide. This is of no matter to us.
I
Take
took you.
whatever it is."
Fair enough. What was the last bit there?
You can take whatever it is.
Ah, I gotcha.
Sweet.
I turned back. We got permission.
Very well.
We're going up to that fucking door.
Okay.
Before anyone touches it, I'm gonna start casting
this
detect
time
magic.
can we eat and rest before
They're
we open the mystery door?
They're gonna spend a long time cooking, we might as well do it now.
Yeah, and it's gonna take me
Uh,
10 minutes to cast
you
comprehend
can't-
languages and 10 minutes to cast detect magic. So
You can have taken a short rest as you made your way here.
Great. I will take a rest.
Oh, hell yeah, 3rd level spell. Oh, wait, no, I cast it after the rest. Never mind.
Yes.
Still got one spell.
So I will finish casting Comprehend Languages, and then I will cast Detect Magic in 10 more minutes to figure out if the door is magical in any way.
Okay. So rather than transporting you to the map that's got all 9 of the shrines on it, I'm just going to show you them individually.
Haha.
Gosh, it's a lot of shrines.
There, you need to find the 9 cubes, right?
Is that a thing?
Yeah. And the guy was going to the 9 shrine, whatever that means.
Uh-oh.
So as you enter into the shrine,
So is this the shrine that we're looking at? The
yes, this is the shrine you're looking. Nang nang, nong nong, nang nang, fucking.
Nanganang.
One of the ones
Nanganang.
for it is not Nang Nang, Nang Nang Shrine. So as you step through the front door into the shrine, you see torches shedding light over rooms filled with treasure. Chests heaped with coins, polished amphorae, strings of pearls, and ornate pieces of armor. Set into the floor in front of another double door is a mosaic depicting a frog-like humanoid beating a leopard that has snakes emerging from its shoulder.
Didn't this fucker say they didn't have much?
Cuneiform inscriptions are woven above and below the combatant. He told you that anything they take out, for lack of a better term, like disappear.
Oh, any gold they take out disappears?
Yeah.
Oh, I was under the impression that they were like, they didn't have much. Well, shit. I would have asked for clarification on whether it just fades away or disappears in the night or...
Well, you could always test it out by picking something up and walking out.
That's valuable gold. Yeah, I guess I would, So wait, so I'm trying to... So the giant stone... So the stone door is like that very back double door then?
Yeah.
So 18C is the room that no one can get into?
Yes.
Okay.
Also of note, you do see in one of these side rooms, like in the back corner, kind of tucked away, a fully deactivated robot, 2 fully deactivated robots, and one that's just kind of like mopping a pool of oil in a circle.
Yeah, so I will go ahead. So you guys probably wouldn't have the contextual understanding of a Warforged, I imagine. Ben, to what extent are Warforged in this? I mean, I know Forgotten Realms. I was gonna say, yeah. So you might not even know what they are, but so you just, as you enter in, is there anyone else in this temple besides, or in this area besides like the crew right now?
There is a drum that is roasting a very large chunk of meat over a fire.
Okay, so yeah, you just kind of, as you're moving back to like the back left corner, you just kind of hear like metal scraping against metal, just like a very rhythmic like. And as you get closer, you see like, at first, there's this individual. Let me go ahead and share. I shared them before, but I'll go ahead and share them again just for shits and giggles. So I'll share them in order of what you'd see. So the one that is like making the rhythmic metallic like sound is the one with the mop, and he just seems to be mopping back and forth like a pool of oil or something, some kind of grease, and then standing in the corner, just like standing straight upright with like a strange wooden stick with like metallic inlay and pieces kind of constructed into it, is this guy. And he doesn't outwardly look like a robot, so he just kind of looks like a person just really decked out. There's no area of his body that has visible skin, and this really strange like gas mask. You guys also wouldn't like understand the concept of a gas mask probably, but this like gas mask, and the eye holes of it that are like have glass or something over them are dim, and the little guy that's just like standing not doing anything also has a very dim eye thing, whereas the one that's mopping things back and forth has like a dull kind of sapphire blue glow to it.
I walk up to the mopping thing and I squat down and look at it to see if it acknowledges my existence.
It just continues to mop back and forth.
I wave a hand in front of its face.
Okay, I'm gonna roll at disadvantage. Still pretty good. It continues to mop back and forth, but you see what looks like a flicker of like the dull blue sapphire light kind of concentrating, almost like a pupil were to move, and it kind of moves very slowly, tracking your hand. Like it's not tracking it as fast as you're moving your hand back and forth, but it seems to be tracking it with like a 30-second delay each time.
I go up to the other one and do the exact same thing.
It is unmoving and lifeless, it seems.
I do the exact same thing to the last one.
Nothing. Go ahead and roll a perception check on that.
So we would have seen, like, I would have never seen anything like this ever in a trillion years.
You probably, yeah, you especially not. Maybe Krieg and Tovia,
25.
maybe.
Might have.
What'd you roll?
25.
It looks like,
My
yeah,
perception's
very, very good. You seem to get the, like, you don't understand what it is, but you kind of get the grasp that, like, this is kind of like a lantern, but without, like, the cylindrical part that, like, houses the flame. It's just kind of like the circle part where, like, you would put the oil and the flame would be ignited from that. It looks like just kind of like a lantern that has lost its ember.
I look at Krieg and say, what are they doing?
Well, mopping would be my guess.
I know
But,
that!
Yeah.
Ooh, fun tidbit, would I have read about these things at any point?
These
Don't
things
forget that Toby is
native
an
to Jolt.
avid reader.
I'm gonna
Not that
say,
it probably matters, but I'm going to have stepped to the back.
What do you mean?
Just behind everyone.
Okay. I'm gonna roll a D100.
That's fair.
I will give you a 10% chance of knowing.
I was gonna say worst case, like best case scenario is like we heard about them in a port somewhere.
That's a 91. That's a
Wow.
10. That's literally just the edge of your 10% chance.
The two times you've had a T100,
I know.
it's such
So
a low
funny.
chance.
So, yeah, you've heard of Warforged, you know that they are mechanical people. Josh, if you want to give her any other information, feel free.
Yeah, so I guess with that perception roll and your prior knowledge, you gather that, like, you've never seen a Warforged, or maybe you have, or you've seen it in a book at the very least. And it doesn't really tell you whether, like, they say, like, they're living, but they're not living, like, they have to be made, but then they're imbued with, like, a life essence. It looks like you look at the one that's mopping back and forth, it looks like just a standard, I won't say standard, but it just looks like it's not imbued with life. Like it's been created and it works by a magical means only, and it seems to be in like a magical like a magical kind of factory reset, like low power mode. The one that you're looking at that has no ember in it but looks like a half of a lantern looks completely shut off. And it has like kind of like little like things that stick out of it from time to time that look like little like USB ports and stuff. You wouldn't understand. They look like they connect to both of the other two things. and the one that's standing up with the rifle has the dullest of a blue like pupil. Basically, with your 25 you see it, but no one else recognizes that there's like this dull little glow. So it looks like the one standing up and the tallest of them is the Warforged that you have read about, but for some reason it doesn't seem like it's working right now. Like he's alive but not living, or conscious, I guess.
Tovia will snap her fingers and say, "Aha! I remember these guys. I've read about them once. They're metal people."
You read books, Tovia?
I feel like
Do the metal people sleep,
I
or
read books. I've been reading this book, and she holds up Bolo's guide.
Well, yes,
Gonna, like,
but
lightly
I'm talking in
slap.
the past. I can't imagine
Just kinda,
Krieg
like,
stocked the ship full.
up?
What is a woman to do on a boat for multiple months on end but read and learn?
Hey,
Thank
I mean,
you.
color me surprised. I mean, it's just.
Father had a wide array of items in his possession as he bought and sold as a merchant. So, as we were going from one location to another, I would sneak a peek at the books, and then we'd sell them when we got to port, and we'd get new books sometimes, and we'd just trade them off. Do libraries exist in this universe? Like a library.
Well, perhaps you can impress us with your profound knowledge, Tobia, and find
Yes.
a way to get this robot man to work.
Yes, he seems to be alive. But he seems to be having some sort of issue right now, but I don't think he's dead. So,
Gonna cast
gonna-
a message at it. Just
Are there any
Hello?
pebbles on the ground near me?
There are a bunch of like just loose gold coins.
we're
Uh,
not piece.
Josh, you get back. Who are you messaging? The
the large
bipedal one?
Yeah.
The large bipedal. Okay, you get back in a very, very like, it's a sentence or something like that. So you just get back one word, and it's very, very long, like the entire length of a sentence, like.
This thing wants us to set it on fire.
This is mid Tobia knocking on its metal chest, and she goes, "What? It wants to be on fire."
Well, it said
Perhaps we-
ember. I assume that means it wants to be on fire.
Okay. Does this thing have like a piece that opens up on it? Like I'm looking for some sort of latch, like.
Are you looking?
You trying
for-
to undress
Some
this
sort
robot?
of knowledge that maybe I'm supposed to, like there's some energy source that it needs or something. And
Are you looking at the small lantern-like one, or are you looking at the one that just replied in a message? The large one?
Yeah.
He is covered in heavy clothing, like what is basically there. Like it doesn't look like the clothing has ever been off of this thing. Like it was built with the clothing around it, because it doesn't come off like a traditional kind of like clothing article. So you don't see any kind of like way to like access its internals. And you don't even know what its internals look like, or even
Okay.
its exterior.
Then I am going to go over to the one that's mopping, of whom I got a slight response. How heavy is it? Can I pick it up?
It's pretty heavy. Let me double check. But you
I'm
probably
pretty
still
strong,
can,
though.
as yeah, you're pretty strong. But it is still, oh, I don't have a weight in it for it. We'll go ahead and say it's made out of pure metal and steel, and pretty much. So it's probably like a good 150 to 180 pounds or so. But it's only like 3'5".
Oh yeah, I can totally pick it up. I'm picking it up and I'm looking at it in the eyes, even though that's not how robots work. I'm looking at it dead in the eyes. And I'm gonna say, "Tell me more about yourself. Who are you?"
It just continues to do the mopping motion back and forth, and says, "Low power mode.
What? What do you need? Low power?
Low power mode. Revert to factory reset."
No reset.
Tovia, maybe you just need to give it a little shock.
Tovia, you probably would have noticed this, but I don't know if it clicks for Tori. But like when Josh said, or when Krieg said he wanted to be set on fire, you also would probably connect with your 25 passive or perception that like the small one looks like a lantern. Like you can open up. There's like a latch on the front end where like you can open up the lantern type figurine.
I get it. Okay, I'm gonna open it up and does anyone have matches?
Anyone have phosphorus in this world?
Sacred flame is radiant, not fire, so I'm assuming that doesn't count. So
I have a tinderbox.
perfect. I grab the tinderbox if you give it to me, and I light it up.
It's like this little guy just kind of. No one else responds at this. The guy that's mopping goes back to mopping when you put him down. The little one kind of. Whoa! He kind of like retracts his legs inside of him and starts like flying around you guys like. Oh, you're cool, cool. Oh, I like you. You look like a cat. He's like very excited.
I look at my father with a moderately horrified look on my face. What do I do now?
I'd
start
probably
backing
try
up
to
next to
do
the
the same thing to that one.
As you guys are talking about that, the little one kind of goes over, scans you, scanning personnel. Ooh, looks cute, so cute, kitty cat. And then like looks.
Wait,
at each
are
one
you
and,
talking to me?
Yeah, it runs, it like levitates up to you, but like levitates like flies really erratically and is like scanning you. It's like, ooh, kitty cat. And then it like flies back around and like is examining everyone. He's like, ooh, cool armor, and he just kind of like shocks it a little bit to Kai. Ooh, nice, I like it.
Kai's gonna turn to the party. It's like, perhaps maybe we shouldn't turn these robots back on.
Well,
That one, Kai.
maybe the biggest
I
one.
would agree with Kai.
Maybe the biggest one can wrangle
Yeah,
the smaller one.
Maybe the next one's better. So if I can light, does the other one light too?
There is no opening on the second largest one, but as you're trying to do that, the little one stops examining all of you and like ends up where you're at, just kind of with its one big eye. Mm-hmm. You were the one that lit my fire. Thank you. And then like turns around and then puts out like a metallic rod, and then you just see like the blue dull orbs of the creature that's mopping back and forth start to light up quicker and more vibrant. Factory reset required. Factory reset required. Oh my god, I'm so done with mopping. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. Ember, do the thing. Do the thing. And he like the 3'4" one stops mopping and throws it down to the ground and looks to everyone else like, I will give you doom if you touch me.
What?
Doom, I say. And as
Oh, and then Tovia says, I already touched you, I'm sorry.
I see there are handprints on me.
I
This
was
will be noted.
I
in the
got that, and I'm going
I
to
was
cast
trying- I was trying to fix you.
prestidigitation. And
I was trying to fix you. You seemed like you were having a hard time.
I do hate mopping. I hate mopping, but you did touch. Oh, it's all gone. Stainless steel back in. Okay, I will record this in my archives, but I will make sure that you are not killed when my master is awoken.
Oh, does your
And-
master like killing people?
Well, I guess it depends on how he feels. And at that point, the little one, woo! It's like
I immediately get a
rotating
defensive stance.
and just like takes
Never
another.
kill himself at this.
The small one floats up and then just kind of like rams into the big guy a couple times, like, oops, didn't mean to, sorry master. And then like starts undoing the orbs and then like takes them out and opens up like his latched fire that's now burning brightly inside of him now blue instead of red as you lit it. It just like into the mask of the head basically, and then he re-screws in the eyes, and you start hearing like rebooting, scanning. It starts like looking at all you.
Please
Hostile
don't
demeanor.
kill us.
Are you here to kill this unit?
No, we turned you on. That guy can tell you. We did it, didn't we? And she's pointing at the little one. Tell him we saved him!
They saved us! And rescanning environment. Not hostile. Just kind of lowers his posture. This unit has been offline for archives damaged. Unsure. Sentience. What year is it?
Look
The
around.
funny thing is that you're the one that knows the answer to that.
Depends on the calendar, me friend.
I myself do not know, but I would imagine my character would probably know.
I
Yeah.
believe Ben
It's
it is
1492.
1493.
Sure.
Columbus
1492.
sailed the open blue in 1492.
Let's call it 1492 just because the song fits.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Does someone tell him?
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
say I'll be like
Someone does.
1492.
Alright, I gotta double check the calendar on Everon
That's
real
gonna be like a solid 500 years ish.
I was gonna say, that's like half a
time.
millennia, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, this unit is concerned. This unit has been offline for calculating 500 and so years.
That's a long time.
That's
Oh,
very
but no man has
imprecise
lived a long time.
calculation,
You
me
might
friend.
get along well with him.
This unit requires to know where this unit has been found.
Omu.
No, nowhere.
Is this
Omu.
Omu yet?
Yeah.
Omu.
I believe
This unit
so.
does not know of Omu. Does the Queen still live? Does Her Royal Majesty still live? Long live the Queen. Long live the Queen. Long live the Queen. Long
The
live
queen is alive, yes.
The Queen.
She's with some birds now, but she's there.
Birds. This unit has not seen her Queen, Her Royal Majesty, with birds. Intriguing.
It's been 500 years. I guess things change. I don't know.
This unit has indeed not seen change for 500 years. Intriguing.
Well, there's a good amount on the floor if you'd like to look.
Unit?
What was the question? This unit did not hear. Too much auditory impulse.
Tovia looks at Creed to speak first.
Oh no! You go. No, it's fine. You go.
This unit is confused. This unit does
Listen,
not have telepathic
There's
abilities.
plenty of time for talking. The important thing is getting that door open back there.
This
Oh my
unit
God.
does know how to open doors. Has 500 years passed and no sentient is able to open doors.
It's a heavy door.
Some doors we've lost the ability to open, I'm afraid.
Scan the door yourself. It is very heavy.
These are damning times indeed.
God.
This unit will do my best. But before I continue, these sentients present here are not opposition to the Royal Kingdom of Sire.
No, of course not. We're loyal friends, sire.
Wonderful.
Creed's gonna get us fucking killed again. Jesus.
Again, did he kill everyone before?
I don't know. He's almost killed us multiple times.
That's fair.
And at that, he kind of looks to his other companions, sees the small one flying around erratically. Ember, no. And just like, oh, but they're so cute. They got a kitty cat. like,
I'm gonna go up to it and say really quietly, I don't think she appreciates that terminology.
but she's a cat. She's so cute.
I'm gonna look.
Which one is this?
This
Fart.
one's the little tiny one, the one
Yeah.
that like had to be lit like a lantern.
She's
I'm
not,
saying nothing, but I'm just looking like.
I'll say she's not a kitty cat. She is a tabaxi. You should call her tabaxi instead if you must call her kitty cat.
I mean, Spark would be preferred.
True.
This unit does indeed have sparks occur on it. I do not see sparks occur on you, however. This is intriguing. But I will call you Spark. Ember, you are to call this kitty cat Spark.
It's not a kitty cat, it's a tabaxi.
This unit has lost part of its archives. Tabaxi. Not recognized. Will do my best to re-understand what Tabaxi is. Please explain Tabaxi.
I point at Spark. Tabaxi.
This unit is also named Tabaxi and Spark. Understood. We'll record this in archives.
Well,
Well, now that that's settled, there is the door that needs opening.
He appears to have appropriated your culture.
Oh, Toby looks at Spark and is like, I'm sorry, I tried.
it's not your fault. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this wants.
Yes, what do you want?
Accessing archives. Has the Great War ended?
Define Great War.
Confused. The
I
Great
believe
War.
he's talking about the war that we believe that artist fellow participated in.
You must understand, it's been 500 years. We were not alive 500 years ago.
Indeed. Sentience do not...
You
Squishy
might need a
sentience do
little-
not come with
more-
archives.
more, descriptive terms.
Well, we're not in any war that I'm aware of at the moment. So,
I'm guessing it's
I
done.
mean, we are fighting something.
but is it a war so much as, like, does the Death Curse have an army, per se?
All the liches
I mean-
trying to grab it for themselves.
Are there battalions of liches?
We haven't seen them yet.
That's fair.
The whole time, the large Warforged just continues the look between each one of you. This unit's archives are severely damaged. Will take time to recompile. Cannot access aspirations, goals, wishes, perceptions of reality. Name, Fuzzy. This unit. This unit.
Nice to meet you, Fuzzy.
No. This unit. Not Fuzzy.
I think their name is Unit.
No. This unit is not unit. This unit is trying to re-access. This unit is Flint.
Unit and Flint. Got it.
This unit believes that is correct.
Well, now, Flint, my friend. And at this point, Krieg is desperate. He's gonna sling one arm over Flint. Well, Flint, let me show you to this door.
He's 6
So-
foot 10, so I don't know how high you
It's
are.
he's real high up there. Krieg's not that tall, as I remember. But he's gonna attempt. He's obviously fucking metal, so if he doesn't comply, Krieg's just gonna kind of like jerk back. But
He just kind of looks to you as like, I do not believe that you are Flint's master, but we will follow, as you are not enemies of Sire.
of course not. Of course not. Loyal friends of Sire. Now, we've been tasked with opening this door.
You've spoken with the Royal Majesty.
Yes.
Glorious news. Will indeed, as my prime directive, must help.
Now, Spark, is this mural that you talked to me about, is that by the door?
It is on the door.
Okay, then I was standing over there the entire time, sort of like speaking back like very distantly, and I'm still staring at it right now. And I'll see you guys come over and be like, oh, hello.
Greetings.
Hi.
Greetings.
There seems to be some sort of...
Oh.
I don't know if this is a riddle or puzzle or if it's just a story written on this. But it says... I don't know if this is just trying to tell a story or if it is a clue to how to open this door. I can't think of what it might be. And I will just copy paste this entire thing to the chat. Because I assume that both me and Spark will relay this.
I was giving it to you to do what you wish.
Yeah. Now this
And there's another thing above the door.
above the door. Whoever among you is richest, bring me your gifts. Okay. So, the only thing I can glean from this is that this door is looking for some sort of offering, but as far as what the story is trying to say, it's very, very abstract. And I'm not exactly good with the abstract.
Strange future. Doors asked to be opened now.
Yes. If I look up, what is there anything on the ceiling?
There is nothing on.
And the first text is just like a mural kind of thing?
Yes, so there is the mosaic, which shows the frog-like humanoid being a leopard with snakes emerging from its shoulders. Above that is where it says, Nang teaches us to serve only ourselves. Below that is the portion, the paragraph.
In room 18B, is that a pedestal of some kind in the center? Like right before the door?
Oh, okay. I've got this slightly confused. The pedestal is the mosaic. So
Okay.
that's what's got the words above it. The stone doors have whoever among you is the richest, bring me your gifts above it.
I see.
Above that.
I see.
Also, these doors have no visible handle or lock.
I see.
They're just stone.
Sylvia looks around and says, "Well, who has the most money?"
Coin or otherwise, because I don't have much in the way of coin at the moment.
I would say, out of the
Well, I
group,
have the
I
most
believe,
coin, probably.
Krieg is the richest in experience and knowledge.
I have very little coin, but I got something short of about
Well, how about
950 gold worth of items.
Well, we could try to gather the gold in this room and bring it to this mosaic.
That seems like a fair idea.
If I put a gold piece on the mosaic, does anything happen?
One of your gold pieces?
Yes, one of my gold pieces.
Nothing happened.
What if I get one of the other gold pieces?
Is anyone else guarding treasure?
Oh
No.
boy. It's a great question. Yeah, Krieg's first idea is going to be the selfish one, and we need to use all the gold here as the gift.
Okay.
So he would probably be piling the gold in the shrine on the mosaic.
Okay. So you and Tovia start doing that. Is anyone else assisting with that?
I will.
So you guys pile up you gather as much of the riches as you can and pile it up in front of the door. But nothing happens.
There's that idea done.
Alright. Just gonna scoop, like slide all the gold off of the mosaic. Well, if it's talking about, who amongst you is the richest? Well, if we're talking personal, just items, then, suppose we got, I could, offer up some, offerings, or we could go on the definition of wealth as in monetary, in which case, someone else could, give their appropriate gifts.
I mean, the mosaic didn't seem to care when I put my own gold piece on it, so
I'm going to, Krieg's
Could we
just
all
going...
just try standing in front of it?
Krieg
True.
is going to take out of his pack the Sarcosuchus hide, and I guess first set it down on the pedestal, but if nothing happens, just kind of try to proffer it to the door.
Nothing happens.
I stand in front of the door with my pouch in hand and jingle it in front of the door. Jingle, jingle, jingle.
Nothing happens.
Well,
Just bring me your
Does this timeline not use money?
this is money.
Why have we not yet put? This unit is not rich. And he kind of like takes out and just like jiggles probably like 5 coins together. Whom among us has the most gold pieces that Her Majesty has gifted you?
I have the most gold pieces in general. But it didn't care. Look, the door is doing nothing, and she continues to jingle the coins in front of the door. See?
You could try plopping it all onto the mosaic instead, see if that changes anything.
That's
I know
a
you
lot
put
of
one
money.
already. Maybe take half of it then?
How much money would it take for you, sentient squishy creature, to have less money than the next highest person?
I think that's a good bit. I think next highest probably Spark. How much gold do you have, Spark?
What?
How much gold do you have?
560.
Yeah, I'm lower than her.
Perhaps it might be wise
Was
to
it
become
560 gold?
Yeah, I've never spent anything.
Oh, well, then I have less. I only had 380. Actually, I have 400 if I include the. I have 400.
I have 521.
So it appears you, Firestarter, kind of looking at Utopia, since no one has given them their names yet, indeed not the richest among us.
I think you know one name, and it's Spark.
I do indeed know Spark, who also is Tabaxi.
Fine with being fired.
Yes, unit in Flint. I'm gonna go stand in front of the door.
Nothing happened.
Yeah, I figured.
What if I knock on the door?
Nothing happened.
Awesome.
Who Whoever among you is riches, bring me your gifts.
Who is the me?
Spark
Is it
and
the door?
Tabaxi. I believe the door in this case has become sentient. 500 years, of course, can lead to evolution. The door is evolving, though. Curious. The richest among us have not yet given gifts.
Oh, I have to give gifts.
I don't know. Try putting some gold pieces on the mosaic.
Yeah, so I'll put some gold on, but I'm gonna leave my hand just resting there.
Okay. Nothing happened.
Yeah, cool.
Now. Page.
Perhaps relinquish said gold from your grasp when you offer the gift, as it is no longer a gift if you still hold it.
Yes, so I will take all of my gold and place it.
Now, what if this message via trick, and this is the mosaic? I'm assuming the mosaic's not in English, but it's been
It's Old Omu, so Spark has translated
okay.
for you.
It's been translated. But this mosaic here, it says that the presumably the god teaches us to serve only ourselves. So why would the temple ask us to be charitable?
Or perhaps we need to leave the gold by the riverbank. It says in here that this person left a spear by the riverbank, and I don't know, some crafty grung came and stole it. I don't like the idea of some crafty grung coming to steal our riches. But we do need to go in the. We need to get in this inside this door. I'm gonna cast detect magic. Is there anything pinging anywhere in here?
There is a lot of pinging.
Oh, there's a lot of pinging.
There's a lot of pinging. All of the various treasures in this shrine
Uh-huh.
give you an aura of illusion magic.
Okay, yep, so not real.
The door has an aura of divination magic.
Divination.
Hmm.
Okay. Divination. So it's able to see.
At this point, he is going to try. Krieg's next thought is going to be to start just shoveling all the gold outside of the shrine, even if it is an illusion.
Stuff from the shrine?
Right.
Okay. As you start pushing things out, the gold coins become discs of tin. The like the silver decanters you're throwing out become clay jugs, and the armor, this fancy, well-made armor, becomes scrap metal as it leaves the doors of the shrine.
Krieg's just going to literally clear out this temple. He's just going to take all the fucking illusion gold and just scoop it outside.
Okay. As you're doing so, King Yorb, Chief Yorb, whatever, Chief Yorb is watching you with amusement.
We're just trying to solve riddles. Just as he's like lifting out a particularly like heavy chest.
Does this timeline have minor illusion?
Yes. Why?
Well, this unit has observed taking elegant armor and turning it into pots and pans, goblets into clay, Perhaps we must make something appear to be more wealthy than it is.
Alright, I will step up, stay in front of the door, and
I
hold
give
out
you
my.
a loaf of bread that has been since molded over for God knows how long.
I don't touch it. I let it drop to the ground, and I just pull out a gold coin, and I do a minor illusion on my hand of I believe I could do as much as a 5-foot cube, but I'm not gonna make it that big. Actually, no. Why not? No, not that big because it won't fit in my hand. I'll make it like a 1-foot cube, basically diamond. A minor illusion of a diamond in my hand. That's like
Okay.
1 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot.
Once again, nothing happens.
I'll do it on the mosaic this time.
No go. Everyone give me an insight check.
Oh, I'm wonderful at those.
What'd you say?
Insight.
Oh, that's actually pretty good. 15.
12.
7. Going good today.
Please don't let me have the highest insight.
It can't be Arcana.
It cannot be Arcana. This is me trying to give you hints. Tovia, insight.
Well, that's a nat 17, so 24.
Okay. Flint, what'd you get?
Nothing. Don't worry about
Nothing. Okay.
it. He's not wise.
Okay. Tovia,
Yes.
as you're looking at this, and watching your father shovel all of this gold out into the water outside, two things stand out. The first is, of course, Nang teaches us to serve only ourselves. On top of that, the carving of the doors says that whoever among you is richest, bring me your gift. But you see, in the mosaic, Nang stole beer.
How do I see this if I can't even translate it?
You've been told what they mean. So Spark has told everyone what the various carvings mean. And between your father pointing out Nang teaches us to serve only ourselves, and knowing that it is asking you to bring whoever is richest to bring a gift. However, the god that it references in the shrine stole the spear.
Oh,
So we're
Oh,
supposed-
Nang Nang is the.
Nang is the grub.
I see. Hmm.
So we're supposed to steal.
Hmm.
You're telling the wrong person this stuff. I relay that to the party because I have no fucking clue what that means. Is there a spear in this room?
There is no spear.
Do we need a minor illusionist spear? Am I supposed to steal something? I pick up the mosaic and leave.
What?
Cannot. The mosaic is set into the floor very tightly.
Is there anything else of note that I can steal?
Well, here, someone, here, Spark, can you come here for a second, then?
Yes.
I have this, and I pull out the box boat. This thing's pretty valuable. I want you to rip it from my hands in front of this door. Let's just see if anything happens.
So you want me to steal this from you?
Yes.
Can I give it back later?
If
If
you
the
so
door opens,
choose,
then sure.
but for now, you're stealing this from me.
Ah,
Nothing happened.
Yep, didn't think so.
oh. Can't riddle.
So we have to steal something, but steal what? We serve only ourselves.
Did you say there was a grung in here just roasting a fire? Or roasting like
he's
a pig or
roasting
something?
some unknown piece of meat.
Flint is just gonna walk up to it, take the meat, and walk out the door and just keep walking.
The other door does not open, and the grung chases you, swearing in grung.
And I also, now that he's spoken grung, I am having my magic item learn grung and is my 6th language.
Okay. So you now speak grung?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you can tell he's swearing at you, telling you to give back the meat.
I'm
It's
going
not
to say,
done cooking yet.
this unit, believes you do not require this meat. But we'll eventually just kind of give it back to him.
Okay. Creed, give me another insight.
Me another insight?
Yeah.
Fair enough. It's got to do with steel. That'll be a 17, boss.
Okay. As you're shoveling the gold out the door, it kind of hits you. Maybe there's a reason there is so much treasure enchanted in the shrine.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing, isn't it? Hey, see, now the problem is... if... So, like, the fucking mannequin that used to, or like, you know, the shit that used to be the fancy armor, if I bring it back inside, does it re-establish itself as armor?
Yes.
Okay. Is there a common material that all of it's made out of, or is it just all valueless rubbish?
It's all valueless rubbish.
Okay. Oh boy. Creek picked a really... I have always regretted always regretted giving up my illusion spell. Let's see. Oh, wait. What was it? Create. Yeah, this is a interesting time.
This is why I am very nervous about how this place is going to go, because every single one of these is a riddle, and every single one of them is super obtuse.
I'm not gonna like it, or I'm not gonna lie. I don't like Tomb Annihilation puzzles. They're just so fucking ridiculous.
Krieg is going to attempt to like grab a rock from outside. Actually, I guess it's not an illusion really. So he would try to cast prestidigitation and create or an illusory image. Okay. So I guess what he would do is yeah, he would kind of do the same thing Tenebris did, except it would be like a rock, and he is going to cast his prestidigitation to make it look like just like a handful of gold coins kind of thing.
I will do you one better. You grab the rock and walk in your hand, you see it magically turn into a diamond.
Interesting. Does leaving it on the altar do anything?
As you step up to the altar, the doors swing open.
Oh,
Wait, what?
Krieg's
Well.
just gonna stroll casually in. He's
What
not
was
saying
it?
shit.
It's so fucking dumb. This is
This
why I hate riddles in real life. They're just so goddamn stupid.
The answer was one person grabs any of the treasures in the shrine and steps up to the door. Because 3 of you were working on the together, it wouldn't work.
yeah, work for yourself.
Step a gold coin off of the floor and approach the door.
Except it also says, whoever among you is richest, bring me your gifts. So it's like, it's so fucking, like, it's explicitly supposed to just make you sit
It's not
here
important
and wonder,
anymore.
like,
What's important is what's in the goddamn room.
Get the cube.
In the middle of this dusty room, a stone cube rests on a pedestal carved and painted to resemble a squat humanoid frog.
Well, Krieg's
Does
gonna
the
pick
cube
that up.
exhibit any magical essence?
I think the the cube does exhibit abjuration.
Why don't Krieg's going to? Is it? Well, Krieg's gonna attempt to pick it up. Can it be picked up?
Yeah,
Okay.
you pick it up.
Why don't you
3 inches on each side, and looks like that. Each side has that carved into it.
Why don't you figure out what this is for me here, Tenebris?
Yep, I will take it. I imagine we could. I assume there's nothing else in the room noteworthy.
Just a dusty room.
Alright, well, if the rest of you would like to either converse with these robot individuals or whatever, or head back to get food, I will sit here for the next 10 minutes and figure out what this thing is.
So you guys sit around and chit chat with frogs and yourselves as Tenebris is casting Identify.
Yeah.
I mean, can we talk to them?
You have someone who can talk in their heads, and you have someone who can translate. So
I will just.
Oh yeah, Krieg's not busy right now.
Krieg's not busy.
I forgot he wasn't busy.
As you're identifying this, you don't really get a lot from it.
Mm-hmm.
You do learn a couple of interesting bits. The Identify spell does magically tell you all the important information about a magic item, right?
But it says if
Unless
it
it's
is
hidden.
magic item or a magic imbued item, you learn its properties and how to use them. Whether it requires attunement, how many charges it has, and if any spells are affecting them and what they are. And if the item was created by a spell, what spell it was that
Yeah.
created it.
The only usual rule that I mean, unless it says otherwise, but like I would usually rule like a curse is not readily
Curses-
apparent by Identify.
And there are some particular spells that make it so that Identify doesn't actually work as intended.
Okay. Well, here's what you learn. It is one of 9 keys to
Okay.
the tomb. That is what the abjuration magic is for. If you drop it, or bury it, or take it away from Omu, it will magically disappear and reappear in the shrine.
Okay, don't drop it. Got it. Alright, is that it?
That's it. It's not a very... they're not super special on their own.
Yes.
They're just essentially.
Alright,
It's a pretty lame treasure for a gold-filled shrine, but
yeah.
we'll take it. We'll take it.
So I'll look up after the my eyes flash briefly and I'll say, alright, so this is one of 9 that we need to gather. And unless someone else feels so inclined, I believe I would like to carry this, because if this thing is even dropped, it appears right back here. So this
Sounds
thing must
good to
remain
me.
within the care of someone, and I would hope that I might. I think there's a lot lower probability of me going down than, say, someone on the front lines. So I would prefer if someone like me or Krieg were to hold this thing.
I would prefer if you did.
Same.
I've been known to take a few tumbles from time to time.
Yeah, I'm gonna look you and just give you a raised eyebrow because of the dinosaur incident. Like, alright, very well. I will hold on to this object then. And I will store it away within my bag.
Okay.
Now, you. And I'm looking over towards the robots.
They're warforged people, not robots.
I know them as robots.
There is no word robot in this universe. I should mention that.
I also don't know what a warforged is, so what's your point?
Metal men.
I said they were metal
Man.
people. So
Yeah, no one should be using the word robot, really. That is a nonsense word.
I will stay as far away from the metal things as I can.
Yeah, I'm staying away from them, but I'm sort of looking over at them, like, quizzically, like, what are you and why are you here? Well, I suppose you don't know why you're here, but what are you?
This unit is Flint. I am a warforged under Her Royal Majesty's Musketeers. I am here to protect and to serve Her Royal Majesty. This unit believes that Her Royal Majesty has been long since missing Flint and must return.
what species is she? It's been 500 years.
It's a question I don't know. She him? Guessing
Would
she's
Kai
human.
Corona know what a musketeer is?
Also, probably not.
Um,
Well, you guys don't even like. We don't have gunpowder in this universe, Ben said. So like, you wouldn't have a concept of like what he uses as a weapon either.
But can Kai Corona see your weapon?
I mean, you might think it's a weapon. It's just like a piece of. It looks like
I mean,
what it looks like.
Does it not have a bayonet?
It does have a. Well, the bayonet's not attached to it. It's kind of like hanging at his waist. So he hasn't attached bayonets.
Are you
Yeah.
are you saying you're some sort of warrior?
This unit believes that I am a warrior. Correct.
Let's see your capabilities. Show us perhaps an example of what you can do.
I take another step back.
This unit does not see a supervisor in the area, or a superior.
Oh, I am most certainly a superior.
Oh, so this sentient creature is part of Her Royal Majesty's noble entourage, yes?
You could say that to some extent.
Very well. He looks to you and says, "Bayonets attached or not attached, sir?"
Yes.
Yeah, that's the only response.
This unit will attach as necessary. And he just kind of, as a show of force, this unit will attach bayonet. And he like takes out from one of his sheaths. It's just kind of like this leather sheath. He pulls out like this long, almost like short sword, and takes it and with a resounding clank, slams the butt of the rifle on the ground. Bayonets attached, sir. And he just stands like at the ready. This unit awaits the fire order, sir.
You don't mean actual fire.
This unit does believe there is a fire involved. This unit believes, very similar to Tabaxi/Spark over there, there is a spark that makes the rifle fire.
Well,
Well.
Kai is going to look towards the group.
Sounds like a wizard to me.
I am hiding around a corner.
There is no dissent. Go ahead.
You just kind of tink, and from kind of a black powder or smoky gaseous cloud kind of erupts from both the business end of the rifle as well as kind of in the back area, as a resounding musket fires off, probably slightly deafening people for a
Yeah, I was
moment
gonna say,
as we're in
Krieg's
an
gonna hit the
enclosed
deck.
area. Yeah, and he will go ahead and instead of like a flintlock, it's basically like a rotating revolving rifle, like a revolver rifle. So he just kind of turns it, clicks it back again. Should this unit fire again?
No.
That was most certainly a excellent presentation. You are at ease. And then Kai is going to turn towards the group.
Whenever he's not being discussed, like talked to, he's always standing at attention, and the lantern one is always like floating over his head and just kind of like saying things in a high pitched tone that you guys eventually just start to like phase, like not phase out, but you just start listening, like stop listening to it. And then the one that mops has like a sword that he just kind of has sheathed and is always just talking like, I fucking hate Ember, I fucking hate Ember, I'm going to kill people. Like he's very kind of like he's the mean one.
Fucking getting up off the ground, Krieg's just gonna hit. Well, it's times like these, I'm really glad I'm an agent, sire.
Indeed, long live Her Majesty.
Yes, but our ears will not. How did that? I've never heard of any spell that did that. I mean, I can deafen people, but not like that.
Eventually, you just learn to stop asking questions. These are three.
This unit, this unit does not understand. Rifled muskets are not available these days.
Seems we've lost the technology.
Sire has surely fallen. Must return. How fares Her Royal Majesty?
Oh, she's beautiful. I know, Kai, our friend Kai can speak to that.
What was your opinion of her rule?
He kind of accessing archives. Archives 50% complete. He kind of spends a little bit of time, starts like ticking a little bit. Yes, Her Royal Majesty, Danelle. Great, glorious, beautiful, and fair. She was to unite the continent back again. I must return to my unit so I may foresee, or so I might ensure that this comes to pass.
What continent, might I ask?
Kind of looks at you and his like bright sapphire eyes kind of like dull slightly and start to like they dull on the outside and then the inners kind of like rotate in almost on you and start examining you. The only continent.
Goodness.
Okay.
We call it Chult these days.
Chult. This is not the name.
You said a single continent.
Indeed.
Whatever.
The continent of Corvair. Of course, you guys have heard of it. Sentient squishies all live in there.
Have we heard of it?
No.
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 Maybe him and our Simbar friend would get along very well.
Well, just call it Chokes now.
This unit does not believe Corvair would be named Cholt, but I will go ahead
Why
and
not?
add an addendum. Corvair was glorious. Corvair was great.
Well, it's
Great
been
War.
500 years.
This unit cannot argue, as my archives have not yet completed.
When will they be completed?
Accessing. Analyzing. I must sleep. Well, not sentient, squishy ideas of sleep. I must go offline for a moment. Roughly an hour or so, as long as time is still the same in this universe / time period.
I don't think the sun's gone anywhere.
There's
So-
only one way to find out.
At that, when you say the sun hasn't gone anywhere, he kind of looks to you and then turns, like does a 90 and then starts marching out the front door, which he hasn't done yet, and looks up and around. This unit does not remember a jungle. Why are we in the jungle? Where are we? And then the little one's like, jungle! It's so wet!
This sounds like somebody else's job.
Aren't you guys gonna get rusty? It rains a lot.
This unit does not recall rain being often. They do not have enough oil for this.
Climate change is a bitch. You can.
Well, we need to go eat. You know, us being fleshy, as you say, we need food. If you would like to come with us, I suppose you can.
He
But
kind of looks to Kai. This unit believes that, this unit is to understand that you know where Her Royal Majesty is. I will follow you.
Well, of course. Well, we of course have our own current mission. Perhaps you could be of some use to us if that is agreeable to you. Our mission benefits your mission as well.
This unit believes that you are superior. I am obliged to answer yes.
Well, excellent.
And he will always march right next to you unless stated otherwise.
Great.
Anything else you guys want to do?
go eat whatever messed up food they made for us.
Alright. Then this is a good place to end the session. Pick up next time. You guys hanging out with Chief Fjord and the other ground. Maybe I'll tell you what you ate. Not. I have a lot of prep to do because I was almost ready to think about home. And now it's time to actually think about it and see how I can modify the puzzle to make them more interesting, more easy.
Yeah, how did that puzzle? Like, how did words
But we did such a good job.
answers have any correlation?
Yeah, Krieg brought a rock in.
You
Yeah.
gotta have selfish, and you gotta take something from Shrine.
What? He took a rock from the outside of it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
What?
The idea was only one person can interact for at a time, since it was 3 of you doing, moving all the stuff on the shrine, but one person basically presenting.
That's where Ben asked if anyone was helping me with it, and
Yeah. Literally the first question.
yeah.
Because Tori said she was grabbing a gold coin from pile to show, but then at the same time, Krieg was saying, I'm going to be gathering all this stuff. I was like, oh, I give it to you then. She's doing it while Krieg is also gathering.
That's such a dumb concept from a writing standpoint, because you're literally saying this is a game for parties and for people multiple, not singular. So then you're basically just like straight up telling people that like fuck you for being with other people right now.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna have to look at shrines and see what I can do to make things easier. The good news.
We've only got 8 more to go.
I might just check out, honestly. Like, there's no way I'm. And like my character is like incredibly intelligent, and yet it still couldn't do anything. So I was like, fucking. Because I like me out of character can't figure out what the fuck to do. So.
I'm actually gonna look at the shrines and see what I can do to make them less Tarek.
Yeah, is anyone here actually good at riddles in real life?
God no.
Not
What is
at
this, the 1990s?